Take two. We're doing a take two on this here because we did take one. It was really funny. We're going to have to post the take one because it was really funny, but we had.
But anyway, welcome back to Loosely Related. This is episode 4 after a 3-week hiatus. And if you can't tell, all of a sudden, you can see us. You can see our beautiful faces. Hello. Hello, world.
Hi, YouTube and everybody else out there.
This is going to be our first ever episode with video on YouTube. As you can see, we have our beautiful letters made of paper.
Paper mache.
It's the kind of cheddar we got.
But
I got out my what do you call it? The oak tag.
Oak tag.
I was doing the oak tag project.
Doing that, yeah, exactly. That's how we got these phenomenal, perfect letters. But
oak tag project.
But anyway, so I'm your host Joey this week, and I'm here with Rob. What's up, Rob?
Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Ridley Scott, Dungeons and Dragons. It's a thing.
It's a thing. And I'm here with my Joe, my dad. Dad, what's up?
Hey.
Welcome back to you specifically, because half the reason why we took a brief hiatus was because you went on a 10-day cruise.
Yes, and they were so cordial not to do a podcast without me.
Yeah.
Very
respectful.
I mean, I'm sorry that we wasn't here when it's a 3-week hiatus, but we're going to continue to put the product out and make you guys laugh some more. Yes, and my cruise was wonderful. It was a great time. I had a really good time. I wish you guys could, as I said in the last episode, I wish you guys could have been with me.
Yeah,
we do too.
I do. I do wish I do.
Yeah. It was awesome. We'll talk more about it as we go through the show. I don't want to bore you with all the details right now.
Yeah.
Yes, bore us later.
I mean,
I'll bore you later.
We're going to be bored at some point. Every episode we hit our lulls. Usually it's when it's your turn to tell a story.
Yeah,
usually. So either way,
it's like 20 minutes of preamble before the story.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll try to keep it on a higher level this time. Okay, try to keep everybody awake here and out there.
Yeah, more specifically out there.
Yeah, more specifically.
So one of the big things we missed was July 4th, which I know was kind of sucked because we really wanted to do a July 4th special, and the way
we wanted to do it. We were trying to do it, but it was just got so busy prior to the cruise and trying to pack, get things organized, and I was still trying to do it, and everyone was like, "No, Dad, you can't do it.
It's not going to work out." Well, you guys were getting ready for the cruise, and we were trying to just do other things, and But we want to just give a shout out to all the members of our military. Like we just want to thank you.
Rob was
Rob, we actually have a military veteran right here. Rob is a former seaman and a current seaman. He's currently a seaman.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's just one of many.
Yeah.
That have ended up on Joe's furniture.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, and he joins a lot of other seamen that ended up on my furniture.
You were literally on our furniture and figuratively on our furniture.
Correct.
Yes.
But anyway, so then what did they do for July 4th on the ship? Because you guys left on July 4th. Your cruise departed.
Okay, so let me just tell you what I did. I know you guys know. We spoke in the last episode about my Chinese purchases through Facebook. Mm-hmm. One of those things was my printed American flag shirt that I got.
Bald eagle. Yeah, and when we say printed,
eagle.
The entire shirt was literally a giant bald eagle.
Yeah, it was a back and front.
Profile,
and it had the stars and stripes and all this stuff on it, and the eagle, the big eagle print, and it looked amazing when I bought it on. You looked on the Facebook, I was like, wow, that's so awesome! I got it in the mail, and it's just like, what?
Right.
It was like purple instead of blue. The stars were this. It was. I was like this. I'll wear it anyway. It still looks kind of cool, but it doesn't look anything like it did in the picture.
Right, of course.
But you know what? I took pictures on the cruise wearing that shirt, and it looks awesome in pictures.
Right.
It really came out really good in the pictures. There's one picture where I'm standing next to my mom, my wife, and the eagle's looking at her.
Literally.
And it looks like it's in front of me.
It looks like, they took a cruise. They had a bald eagle on the ship. That's kind of cool, I guess.
A huge bald eagle, because it was the size of my chest.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was cool. So everybody on the ship was dressed or most people on the ship were dressed red, white, and blue. And they had the whole ship decked out in red, white, and blue balloons and, paper mache things, decorations and whatnot. And then they had, I think when the fireworks went off in New York City, they televised it on the Jumbotron.
They didn't do fireworks on the ship?
No, they can't do that. That's
I
too
guess.
dangerous. But,
in the middle of the ocean, I guess, right?
They could do, like simulated ones on the Jumbotron, which is almost like fireworks because it's a huge Jumbotron. It's almost like looking at fireworks.
Basically. It's like fireworks except not.
If you put your hands up in front of you like this and you just look at it, you think you're looking through a window at fireworks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. That makes more sense.
Exactly. But it was cool. They had, that was their theme night. It was actually a theme night because they had. They usually have 2 theme nights on the ship.
Yeah.
They had 3 theme nights on the ship.
Yeah.
And the first one was
July 4th.
Patriot.
And then it was probably like something Caribbean themed, right?
They had a tropical.
And then it was just like the theme of waste, just general waste. Well, just, let's just excess and just it's all great.
Then that might just be people doing that on their own, like like flash mobs and stuff.
Well, that's like the subconscious theme of like the whole cruise, right?
But it's actually the other one was white theme, so you're supposed to wear white.
Oh.
So
that's a little that could be misinterpreted if you
I mean, I did. I wore half white. I wore a red shirt and white pants.
There you go.
So I was like,
white
I was
pants.
like a little
You
bit
salute.
Into it. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, we don't want to forget our neighbors to the north. Actually, I heard this recently. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Canada has their own 4th of July.
Like Independence Day, or like really?
Yeah, except it's the 1st of July. And it's technically called Canada Day, in which they celebrate less of us in their face. I don't know.
Yeah, probably, right?
British North America Act formally joined Canada, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia into one country, Dominion of the British Empire.
Wow.
So they also have an Independence Day.
No shit.
That's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Independence Day, right? Like Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day, right? Isn't that what that technically... Or is that just that's National Margarita Day?
I think that's Discount Margarita Day.
Discount Margarita Day. I'm sorry. I was getting confused.
Do they have 4th of July in England?
I would assume they probably have. Oh, thank God we got those assholes out of our hair kind of day.
They celebrate by throwing tea back in the water. I don't know.
Yeah,
fishing it back out of the water. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But of course they have 4th of July in England. They have 4th of July everywhere.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, you dick. Oh, my God.
I thought you said you were going to wait till later to bore us.
There you go. That's what you get for that, all right? That's what you get.
All right.
Anyway, so for my July 4th, it was awesome. You guys were on a cruise ship. So basically I had to get up. I had to drive them down to the ship. I had to drive them up, and you see this big, beautiful ship. You literally drive down to the port terminal, and the way they have it now is it's a bunch of like shit buildings. I mean, not shit buildings. I mean, they're like warehouses.
Well, they were there before.
They're like terminal buildings. But it's rows and rows of buildings. And you're like, how is there a cruise ship here? And literally, you get to the last building, and you come out, and it's like, boom, there's the ship. Just right there. The biggest ship you've ever seen in your entire life.
It just looks like
so I get to drive them up and drop them off and see them get on this beautiful, I mean, it's a gorgeous ship. It's huge. It's freaking, it's so long. It's crazy how long of a ship it is. So then I get home, and then basically in the meantime, I have to go ahead then and spend my July 4th with my dog sort of hanging out the house. So what I did was I literally fired up the crock pot, made a whole package of some bread hot dogs, because I love hot dogs on July 4th.
I hope you invited some friends.
Yeah, I invited,
This is starting to look sad. I just pictured you
and
sitting down on the couch watching a movie. Just hot dog crumbles and bread on your chest.
It's like that scene in every movie where there's a dad who just got divorced and he's eating a TV dinner in front of a television.
It's depressing to even think about it,
Yeah, it really is.
Especially when I was on a cruise. I didn't think about it, though.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. But listen, it's all good, man. I had Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum to keep me company because I wanted to do something July 4th related. So I watched Independence Day, the 1999 Independence Day.
It's good flick.
Or 96, I think it might have been. Anyway.
Is that directed by Ridley Scott?
That's directed by another guy who's sort of like a Michael Bay type character.
Oh, okay.
But, it's funny, man. I forgot how good of a movie it was. Like, there was that era in the late 90s when it was just a bunch of, like, stupid action movies that were just, they were silly, but they were just kind of fun to watch. That was like Armageddon, Independence Day, Deep Impact. Do you remember all those movies, like similar sort of plot lines?
Doomsday movies.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Disaster movies.
What was that Sylvester Stallone movie when they get trapped in the Lincoln Tunnel? Remember that movie, Daylight? Is that what that's called?
Daylight, yes.
Remember that movie?
That was Daylight,
all those movies, like all these like crazy, and then you had like Terminator 2 and all those movies like that. These like silly action movies that were like sci-fi.
Terminator 2 is pretty seminal, though.
Terminator 2
That's a great movie.
That's in my top 10 favorite movies
of all time. Considering not just script and fun and action
directing.
sequences.
It was
directing,
great. Yeah.
Filmography was outstanding.
It's one of my favorite
Those
movies.
those scenes they hold up pretty well.
They
I mean, if
do,
you
man.
look
I
at
watched
them,
it recently. I mean, I still watch all the time, man.
Yeah.
Special effects are
When
pretty.
you can rewatch a movie multiple times, still enjoy it. You know, it's a good movie.
Yeah, that's my yeah, exactly.
When
That's
you
what I
can
think.
when you can rewatch a movie and just sit there and just shake your head the whole time, like yesterday when Mom was watching Signs, I just laugh at the whole.
You were
I laughed
upset.
at-
You were like, I'm
sorry, it's got to
genuinely
be
upset.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong,
Yeah.
and his movies. He has some good movies. Some of them I kind of like, but that is the silliest
Unbreakable.
movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, what was this? Glass was the last one.
Yeah,
Did you
Glass.
guys
I
like-
heard
what
was.
that?
I didn't see Glass. I heard
I
it wasn't
saw
that
it.
good.
It was
I did
okay.
see
I liked
Glass.
Split.
I liked Glass.
Yeah, Split was good.
Split was good.
But I think that was more just a vehicle for James McAvoy to show off
Actually,
his
that's the
acting
one.
skills.
Yeah.
That was the greatest part of the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Just him doing those different characters.
The different characters, multiple
Yeah,
personalities.
Split was
He's
amazing.
pretty
His
awesome.
acting in that was really,
Yeah,
really
he's
good.
badass,
That's what made
man.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Great
But
movie.
Glass was okay.
Yeah,
it
you
was
saw.
just meh.
I don't know,
It
man.
was
I feel like
forgettable.
it's hard to bring back someone that, like, the problem is also like Bruce Willis was out of it. He's been out of Hollywood for so long.
For-
you just
for
bring him
so
back.
long, yeah.
Like I know he
You
was
bring
in
him
a
into
couple
a
movies, but he
character.
hasn't been in like a good
I
quality
don't
film
think
in
he's
a
been
long
in
time.
good movies. That's what.
Yeah,
it is,
exactly.
Yeah.
He was in
know?
some rinky-dink movie where he was like a vengeance people. Did you see that? Where he's
Yeah,
like a
wasn't that-
vigilante. and
It
his
wasn't that Death
gray
Wish?
sweater.
Death Wish.
Maybe.
They remade
Oh,
Death
yeah.
Wish.
I
think
Yeah,
it
with
was,
him.
yeah.
That's the wish I had while I was
That was a-
watching it. I
that
was
was a
like,
while
please kill
ago.
me now.
Please kill me right now.
It
so
was
I have to watch
so
this.
bad, dude.
Yeah.
It was so just
I
corny.
haven't
unbelievable.
seen it, but I remember when they did do it.
Yeah.
I remember when
Save
it was-
yourself
yeah.
the 2
No, I
hours.
probably
Exactly.
won't. But I need more movies to add to my worst movies list,
Oh, that's
and that
easy
might
to
be
do.
one of them. You know, G.I.
Yeah.
Joe is there. I have to
Yeah.
put Signs there. I'm sorry because it's just so stupid.
It is pretty dumb. Although I think
Somebody
it, I
did.
think it actually critically did okay, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
did,
mean, it
but-
wasn't that bad, like horribly received. It was just like it's so silly, man.
I
Well,
remember
you
the
had
first time
these-
I ever saw it. I watched it with Joe, and then he points out that part where they're like boarding up.
They're boarding up the doors
the
to the
door
rooms. They're
goes
boarding
the wrong
themselves
way.
in with
Yeah,
like
but then the door
three
opens the
boards,
other
three
way.
2x4s with one
Yeah, I
nail
remember you
each.
showing me.
But the door opens into the hallway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
exactly.
And then there's another scene where one of the aliens got stuck in one of the pantries. I don't know, was that to catch up? Maybe he wanted for his hamburger that he was eating.
yeah.
That's what it is.
And he couldn't figure out how to get out of the pantry. He got into the pantry. They shut the door behind him. The guy flew billions of miles across the galaxy,
Yeah.
landed on our planet, somehow got himself locked in a pantry, and couldn't figure out how to get out of the
They
freaking
might have
pantry.
those childproof
It's
locks.
one of
Some
those
of them are
things,
pretty
man. Listen,
confusing.
they confused me. I get it. I would have suffocated in a car a couple times into heat if I hadn't figured out how to work those child locks.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
think we need to like do a. We don't have to like do a spoiler disclaimer for Sign. If you haven't
No,
seen
for
it,
like-
the
if you
hell
haven't
with you,
seen
buddy.
I
Signs,
think
That's
most
it.
people have
then-
seen it.
That's
They
your
could probably
problem.
hopefully
But right,
laughing at some
they
of
were
the
killing them with like
references right now.
super soakers or something. Water, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
water. Yeah,
It was water.
basically.
Corny.
All aliens
Yeah.
died by weird things.
Exactly.
You had War of the Worlds. They died by penicillin.
Yeah. Basically,
They found out that mold
No,
killed
yogurt.
them.
No,
That
yogurt.
makes
They died
more
by
sense.
They
yogurt,
don't die by
essentially.
yogurt. They
You
can't-
squirt.
again,
You could
They
take a
were like
yogurt.
a giant
you could
yeast
be-
infection, and
Yeah,
they just
exactly.
shrunk them down with that.
These really super intelligent beings with these really advanced aircraft come and start almost taking over the entire planet
Yeah.
until finally a mold grows from yogurt, over production of yogurt on the planet,
Yeah,
somehow arbitrarily kills the aliens.
exactly.
So there's no need to develop super weapons against aliens. We just
No,
need
there's
yogurt.
not.
I wonder if this is just
Water.
a clever ruse that's been perpetrated by aliens. So that one day when they come, we're going to try to fight them with yogurt and water.
might
and they're
happen.
gonna be
Yeah,
like,
right, that's the whole
what are they
thing.
doing?
Fools, they'll never even
that's
think
like-
about using their weapons.
Well, that's like, what is that Jim Gaffigan
But
joke?
it
Don't how to scare off a bear. Lay down, play dead. That sounds like it was written by the bears.
Bears.
Lay down, cover yourself in honey.
Honey.
Don't try to run away from us.
I mean the bears.
It's I don't know, man. It's so there's some silly movies out there, man. Like we were talking about Aquaman before. Oh my god, because Shazam
That
just came
is
out
the
on
worst
DVD.
movie ever
Aquaman
saw.
was just so bad.
Those
That's
are
another
like
one.
polar opposites. Shazam, funny,
So
just
good.
great parts, like
Shazam
great
was
interactions that
funny.
didn't
Yeah.
feel forced, a good amount of good pacing.
That was a great movie.
And then
Yeah.
that Aquaman, just
It was
awful.
They just blew it.
I don't think I could sit here and give enough adjectives of how bad it was.
It was
to
such a
describe it.
terrible movie.
Those just close-ups with him just saying corny catchphrase. I don't even know.
And just
It was
funny,
bad.
stupid fight scenes.
Yeah.
And remember the one where they were on the ship? I can't remember. Try to refresh my memory because they were on that ship
I
and it
don't
surfaced and they were.
No,
I don't want to
fighting.
refresh your
I don't-
memory.
I
You're
don't
lucky.
even
I wish you
know.
could have helped
I
me
guess it's
erase my
probably-
memory like what you got.
Yeah,
Total
it's
Recall
probably
style.
good
There you go,
sometimes
exactly.
that I can't remember stuff. You know,
Dude.
it's
I don't
really
know, man.
insane.
But
It's really crazy.
So anyway, so one of the things that we missed over, and this is so, I wanted to think of something to do this episode, sort of bring us back in style and do something fun and something different. So one of the things that we missed while we were on a hiatus was, the ESPY Awards, the ESPN ESPY Awards, right? The sports awards.
Yep.
Now, this is not necessarily a sports podcast, but, we're all big sports guys. We all know a lot about sports. So I wanted to do something a little bit related to sort of our generational gaps, but also just general sports knowledge that could also just sort of talk about the ESPYs. It's all about awarding the best people, right? So here's what we're going to do. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna.
Do I need a buzzer?
You don't need a buzzer necessarily. You guys are just gonna call it out. We're not gonna need any crazy buzzers this time. We're gonna, as a matter of fact, because I don't necessarily know the answers myself.
All right.
This is what we're gonna do.
We have Alexa here.
We do have Alexa here if we need to.
Alexa, you still there? Alexa?
Oh my God, Alexa's dead.
Are you alive?
I'm not really alive, but I can be lively sometimes.
There you
That's
go.
kinda
All
gross.
right, cool. So in the meantime, we're gonna play this thing. So here's what this is. I'm gonna play for you guys a clip, okay, an audio clip of one of the biggest sports history, the best moments in sports history. It's gonna be a little clip, probably anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds long. You guys are gonna tell me what event that is, or at least who's speaking. Okay. That's all we're going to do. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily know it myself, so I'm probably going to throw my own guesses in there as well. Just arbitrary things, but these are like the biggest moments in sports history. Not necessarily games. It could be anything from, one player doing something spectacular, just famous moments in sports history. We'll see how this goes. Just play it for a few clips, get an idea of it, just sort of in the spirit of, the ESPY Awards and sports, and I kind of wanted to do that. So anyway, just to give you a little taste of what it is that we're talking about here, I'm going to play you the first clip.
Okay.
All right?
Shoot, man.
So once the clip is over, you guys tell me. Whoever thinks they got it first is going to tell me. All right? Here we go.
I consider myself
Lou Gehrig.
No,
Lou
Joe
Gehrig.
DiMaggio.
All right, so that
Lou
was Lou Gehrig's farewell speech.
And wait, I know when it was too.
Oh, really?
I think it was 1937.
Okay. Well, you know what? Well, that we could look up. I mean, look that up right
Alexa.
now. Oh, there we go.
What year was Lou Gehrig's famous farewell speech?
Here's something I found on ThoughtCo.
Okay.
His farewell speech given on July 4th, 1939 at
Oh,
Yankee
you're
Stadium.
That was
close.
close.
Nice job, buddy.
That day is
The Iron
considered
Horse.
the most famous speech in baseball history.
All right, there you
Did
go.
that answer your question?
It did.
Yes, thank you.
Alexa. All right.
Thanks for your feedback.
You're welcome. All right, so that was clip number 1.
Nice.
Here is
She's getting
clip...
a little sensitive from the last time.
A little
we were insulting
sensitive.
her. She was saying, "Did that answer your question?"
Yeah.
She answered our question. So
I mean,
we gotta give her
everybody needs a
credit.
little positive
She had a little
reinforcement,
redemption
including
for
Yes,
Alexa.
Alexa. Good job.
Alexa also needs a positive reinforcement. All right, so ready? So here's clip number 2.
that I might have
That's that one. Hold on.
been
That's the
given
end
a
of
Let
it.
it
bad
play
grade,
out. A little bit longer than I thought.
but I've got an
I'll
awful
edit that
lot
out
to
in
live
post,
for.
or maybe we won't. Here we go.
Now, I don't wear pantyhose, but a beauty mist can make my legs look
Joe
good.
Namath.
Imagine what they'll do for yours.
Joe Namath.
Wow, really? Is that who that is?
Joe
There
Namath.
you go. See, I didn't even know that. Damn,
Nice,
that's 2. You got 2. That's
Broadway
awesome.
Joe.
Good
Broadway
shit. That's
Joe.
Broadway Joe. All right, that's clip number 2. Here's clip number 3.
I gambled on other sports.
Oh,
other than
Pete Rose.
baseball. I never gambled on baseball.
Wow.
But,
Yep.
I
Okay,
think
good
I'm
job. Good
being
job.
punished
He was
pretty severely.
faster than me on that, but I knew who
Wow,
it was.
holy shit. Okay, that's 2-1. All right, so this is another one. All right, here we go. Next clip.
Look, you can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
Oh, that would be
That
John
ball's
McEnroe.
on the line.
Tennis.
Oh, John McEnroe. Wow, killing it. There you go, Dan.
Yep.
Look at that. That's a lot of
Oh,
sports
yeah.
knowledge.
Well,
Perfect game was against Waddell in Boston in 1904.
That's an older man.
I went along up till the end of the game, but no man had reached first.
Wow, I don't even know
play
who
it
that
again.
was.
Play it. Can you play it one more time?
Oh, I can
you-
try to play it again. Let's see.
I
Try
think
to
I
play it
do.
again.
Man, you cannot be serious.
Next
That
one.
ball was on the line. Chalk flew up.
All right, here we go.
He's actually a really good announcer.
He is great.
My perfect game was against
Oh,
Waddell.
I know who that is. That Whitey Ford?
Well, you said perfect game.
1904.
Whitey Ford, was he a pitcher?
I went along
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so out of it.
Is that Whitey Ford,
Yeah,
1904?
the game,
Or
but
could it
no
have
man
been Walter
had-
Johnson?
I don't think it was
You know
Whitey
what?
Ford's much younger.
Walter Johnson, maybe.
I don't know.
Let me
who it
figure
was,
this
but
out
I
right
don't think
now.
it was Whitey Ford.
I can tell you exactly who
Yeah,
it
Whitey
is.
Ford was older. He was like, what, in the 40s or 50s, right?
1904.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'd say Walter
60s or
Johnson.
All right, so that was. Hold on, pull
The
it
Great
up here.
Train.
Let's
I
see.
think it's
what
the Great
we
Train.
got. That was what period was that? That was from that to that. That was Cy Young.
Cy
Young.
Oh, Cy Young. Okay.
Cy
I was
Young.
close.
You were close. All right, here we go. Next clip.
Reach first.
All right.
There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous.
Mike
My
Tyson.
defense is
Mike Tyson.
impregnable.
Oh,
Okay,
here we
yeah.
go. All right, so I guess so you know what's funny? I just now realized that what this quiz even is. I picked the first quiz. So this is actually it's a certain individual that's talking. These are famous moments in history, but so it's essentially you're just naming the person who's essentially talking. That's basically what it is.
So I think it's 3-2.
Yeah. So it's 3-2 right now.
And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your
That's
children.
you know the whole quote.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now declare the National Baseball Museum and the
Right.
Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, the birthplace of baseball, open. May it forever stand as a symbol of clean play and good sportsmanship.
Is that Doolittle? No.
So that was apparently that was Kennesaw Mountain Landis. I just figured that no one would probably know
No
what
one's
that is.
gonna know what that
So that's what I figured it would do.
Yeah.
Open and
What was the name of the guy
Cooperstown.
who invented baseball? Doolittle. Or
Who
something?
invented baseball?
Doubleday.
It was,
Doolittle was
the
the one who
stadiums
could make.
after
yeah, it
him.
was, what's his
Doolittle
name?
was the
It
one who could talk to animals.
Yeah, that was
Doolittle.
Francis of Assisi. St. Francis of
Francis of
Assisi.
Assisi.
Yeah, we go. That's what that was.
Didn't he drive snakes out of Ireland?
No, that was,
No, I think
St.
that was the
Patrick.
guy who was chopping down trees.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
an axe. He,
Yeah.
he lost to the
Actually, he
steam
lost to
engine.
the steam
Yeah.
engine.
He lost to the steam
Yeah.
engine. Yeah, exactly. All right, here's the next one.
I ain't over until the fat lady sings, and I don't know no fat ladies.
That's James.
Nope, not James. Rob, you got anybody?
Not over to the fat lady sings.
Would you like a hint?
Play it one more time.
Okay.
To the fat lady sings, and I don't know no fat ladies.
All right.
It's not LeBron James.
Nope, not LeBron.
It's not LeBron. It's a basketball player.
It's another former. It's a former LA Lakers player, not a current LA Lakers
Oh, is
player.
that
Shaquille?
There you go, Shaquille
okay,
O'Neal.
yeah, now I hear the voice.
All right, here we go.
3-3 now.
I've often wondered how a man who knew he was going to die could stand here and say that he was the luckiest man in the world. But now I think I know how Lou Gehrig felt.
He's talking about Lou Gehrig.
Talking about him.
So who's talking about him?
Yeah, basically. So who's that? I'll give you another hint. It's another
Yankee, obviously.
former, one of the best
I'm going
all
to say
time.
Joe DiMaggio.
Not Joe DiMaggio. That
Babe
was Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
Mickey
all right.
Mantle. All
Yeah,
right,
I
good
didn't
guesses
think-
though. That was a
Yeah,
good-
because he
solid.
says, I'd like to thank the good Lord for making me.
Yeah.
Joe DiMaggio is famous.
All right.
That's
Right.
probably coming up.
Yeah.
This is the next.
Joe DiMaggio.
Because of the HIV virus that I have
Magic Johnson.
attained,
Can't think of his name
I will
fast enough.
have to retire
Okay.
from the Lakers.
4-3.
That's only like
There you
15
go.
years after he retired. He was looking better than he did when he
43
played.
now.
I'm telling you, man. Listen,
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to be that guy,
know.
but that's a little bit odd. It's a little
Conspiracy
bit.
stuff.
That's a little strange, man. It's a little strange. All right, so here's the next person. Here we go. This is interesting.
Wherever my former teammate, Lou Gehrig, is today, I'm sure he's tipping his cap to you, Cal Ripken.
I would say Joe DiMaggio.
There you go, Joe DiMaggio. You
I know
got it.
because Joe
4-3,
DiMaggio
right?
took
4-3,
over for
I
Lou
think.
Gehrig. He took his position.
4 I got Magic.
4-all. Okay. There
Did you
go.
know that?
What is it?
Joe DiMaggio took Lou Gehrig's position when he left.
Oh, did he?
I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Here we go. Here's the next one.
We're gonna probably have to revisit.
You know, that fire started with my parents. And then, as I moved on in my career, people added wood to that fire.
Michael Jordan.
There you go, Robert.
Oh,
you got it, my
4-4.
friend. That
Tight
is-
race here.
All right, here we go.
I remember Mr.
What?
Ricky saying to me,
Yeah, it's actually 5-4 right there.
Oh, it is 5-4.
I
Okay.
believe so.
All right.
All right. I believe it is 5-4.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I remember Mr. Ricky saying to me that I couldn't fight back, and I wondered whether or not I was going to be able to do this.
All right, here I'm going to give you a half a point. Can you tell me what sport it is?
Boxing?
Baseball?
It's obviously baseball. So Rob got 1 point for that. I'll give you another point if you get the name, Dad. I mean, either one of you.
Referring to Ricky Henderson?
Nope.
No, was it Billy Martin?
No, that was Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
Oh, right.
All right, only a few more to go.
5.5 to
says
4.
Mr. Ricky.
Yeah.
5.5. You got me by 1.5 points.
All right, here we go.
Okay, we also would like to thank you as a team for supporting us throughout the year. It's been a great honor to be out here. There's only one place I'd rather be, French Lick.
All right, that's a tough one.
Do it. Can you replay?
I can replay
Everybody out there who might be listeners like, these two morons.
We also would like to thank you as a team for supporting us throughout the year. It's been a great honor to be out here. There's only one place I'd rather be, French Lick.
All right.
There's only one place I'd rather be. Greasy leg?
It is a basketball player, one of the best all time.
Larry Bird.
Oh, wow. That's
right,
easy.
All right.
You know why he sounds white? That's the problem. He sounds too white.
Yeah,
That's the issue.
that was
Gives
a,
it
that was
away.
a giveaway.
Sounds like a white guy.
I don't know what he said at the end.
I have no idea what he said there at
Nose
the end.
blocked him off.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I consider myself very fortunate. There's baseball players and then people who live in the New York area, Los Angeles area, go through a lot more than I do, so I feel very fortunate.
All right, has a sweet voice. Sounds.
Did Michael Jackson play baseball?
Yeah, it does sound like Michael
right?
Jackson a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I would
Michael
say
J.
Ricky
Fox.
Henderson.
No. Not a sport that has yet been played as terms of like what we have listened to so far.
Okay.
This is a new sport.
It's a new sport.
In
and
terms
it's
of what we've
something
heard so
about
far.
New York.
It
I would
is.
say, can you replay it again based on
Wayne
that?
Gretzky?
Again. It was Wayne Gretzky. Rob got it. Don't have to
Wayne
play it again.
Gretzky,
Boom.
very good.
There we go. All right. Next clip.
Baseball is baseball. Right now, I'm a full-time football player, and I had the
Bo
opportunity
Jackson.
to.
No,
Ricky-
it was the other
It was
one.
Ricky Henderson.
No,
it was,
that is the 19th time you've said right. How many times are you going to say Ricky Henderson?
I'm just going to keep
he
saying
is
it. That's the only
trying
way I
so
can
hard
go,
for it to be. Please let it be Ricky Henderson.
Come
just
on,
once.
I'm going to
One
keep saying it
time.
until it comes up.
remember his name.
Eventually.
No, it's Barry.
Prime
it's,
time, baby. Prime time.
Prime time. Oh,
Obviously, Prime.
Dion
Sanders.
Prime
I knew it
time
was Sanders.
Sanders.
All right, go ahead.
There you go.
We're both
All right,
idiots.
this is the next one.
And I looked down at center field and I floored it. I said, I'm going to hit the next pitch ball right past
Babe
the
Ruth.
flag.
Boom. That is Babe
Good Lord, must have been with
Ruth, baby. All right.
Baby
Go.
Ruth.
What's the score now? I lost track of it.
I think it's 6.5 to 5.
Okay, here we go.
I thought we were tied, maybe.
And I'll tell people, if you're going to get hit as many times as I've been hit by
Evander Holyfield.
George Foreman.
Boom. That got it again. Here we go.
6.5 to 6. I'm
All
back
right,
in it
here we
now.
go.
Nice,
Okay.
Joe.
Holyfield, you're not going to remember many names.
Rope a dope.
All right.
I'll tell you how tough it is you work your butt off all week and then you lose a game like that. 3
Derek
points with
Jeter.
2 seconds
Nope.
left. That's how tough it is.
You thought that sounded like Derek Jeter, Dad?
Yeah.
Derek Jeter has like the most nasally voice
That's
ever.
got to be a tall white guy. Man.
It is
Do
a
I
tall
get a
white
second
guy.
guess or no?
No, that's it. You get one guess.
He's a pitcher?
Not a pitcher. Not.
I'm asking. Okay.
Not baseball. But anyway, yeah. I kind of already gave you.
Oh, I
answers.
already
It's
know
not
who it
fair
is.
anymore.
I think I know who it is.
That's right.
If you don't answer it, I could.
No, you
I'll take it.
can't.
Up. Could you play it again real quick?
I'll play it again real fast.
Trying to make a comeback.
This
Yeah.
is for
Half a
nothing.
I'll tell you how
That's for
tough it
nothing.
is you work your butt off all week and then you lose a game like that. 3 points with 2 seconds left. That's how tough it is.
Basketball.
Nope.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Points. 2
He's talking to
seconds
a
left.
reporter?
It's Jim Kelly.
That is Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Oh, he's talking,
Dan
he's
Marino.
talking to the news.
Yeah,
broadcaster.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This one should be easy. First person to get
How many are we
gets the
going,
point.
All right.
It's going to be a thriller and a chiller.
Muhammad Ali.
Oh shit, Rob! You have Rob's brain
had it.
seized
That's
up.
what happened
so
to me
much
3
time.
times
Oh, I
His
almost
brain
had a
just went,
stroke.
I was
Gorilla
waiting-
in
I was-
Manila.
I was waiting for Muhammad Ali to come. I like had the voice stuck in my head. Like, I know it's
Prince,
going to come up
Prince.
eventually.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I knew it was going to come up eventually.
In Manila.
Here we go. The Thriller in Manila. All right, here we go. Second to last one.
I guess the first thing I should do is thank everybody who made this day necessary.
All right.
Play it one more time.
Okay.
I know this one.
Maybe that's one. I don't think I know.
Another tough one.
I guess the first thing I should do is thank everybody who made this day necessary.
Oh God, I know this.
It is another Yankee.
I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say.
All right, Dad. What's your guess?
My guess.
Actually, I shouldn't do that because Rob might get it.
Necessary.
I don't want to do that. This is here we go.
I don't know. I
No?
don't. I do know, but I don't want to take a stupid guess at it.
Thurman Munson?
No, not Thurman Munson.
It's not-
Dad, you get one guess.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Joe DiMaggio.
Nope. Joe DiMaggio's already said.
I know that.
That was Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra.
Because he says stupid, funny
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
exactly.
And he's saying, making this day necessary.
And you can hear the Italian in his voice
I
too.
to say Yogi Berra.
So
I couldn't
it's
remember
kind of
his name.
perfect that you're tied right now because this is a great way to end it. This final clip here is probably the best way to end it.
Molly.
All right, here we go.
You the manager? Yes. You know the guy's name? I'm telling you that.
Abbott Costello.
Boom! Rob gets it. Rob gets the win.
Nice, Rob. Good job. Good job.
Who is on
We're not bad. We're pretty smart with that stuff.
I was brain.
There you go, man. All
know what
right,
I mean?
so I just wanted to do that in the spirit of the ESPYs.
No, it's
sort of
cool.
Do
It's
something.
definitely cool,
Figured I
man.
wanted to do something a little bit different there and all that.
That was pretty
but,
cool. We didn't have to check with Alexa on any of that stuff to see
Right.
if the answers were correct and whatnot.
Exactly.
So it's kind of cool.
Exactly.
We didn't have to do that. But you know what? I actually was.
Speaking of Alexa, though, there was something that.
No, when we were doing it last week, we were making
Yeah.
fun of Alexa because she didn't know.
You know what?
anything.
Let's let my
She's a
dog out of the
sloop.
room right now. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, but we got to let this dog out.
My
of here
dog's
real
been
quick.
hanging around in the room
let's go
because
ahead. Let's open that door
my
real
dog
quick.
loves me so
Get
much
her
and
out
she
of
wants
here.
to get out. So
I don't
want
want
to
to make
get
all
up
this
and
noise in the
disturb my
microphone.
Wonderfully.
We don't want to screw up the letters too
placed
much.
So
thing.
let me
So
just make a quick plug for this next sponsor.
Yeah.
Juggy's Place.
Juggy's
2
Place.
cold beers and 1
Yeah,
Cuban
go ahead.
cigar
I'm
for
gonna
$2.99. You can use cleaned restrooms for free. Dutch cheese, coffee, spices, hot sauces, handcraft local rum, T-shirts, souvenirs, Cuban cigars, and local homemade chocolates. It's on the front street in the alley right next to the Catholic Church. Tell Jimmy we sent you. It's the smallest bar in the world. Thank you.
So the reason why that is amazing is because what Rob just read. Randomly, my dad goes to this place in St. Martin. It literally is apparently the smallest bar in the world,
Yep, the
and he brings
smallest bar
back
in the world.
this
I'll
card.
have to post pictures of that too on the website.
And he just he's been talking about it nonstop. He's been handing this card out to people. He handed it to Rob.
No.
I gotta check this out. Here,
Well,
Rob.
He forced it on me. He got all aggressive. He's
No,
like, take it.
All right, let me tell you what happened here. We had to take one here, and then the reason why we had to take one is because in the middle of doing our first take here on the podcast, we were interrupted by a phone call from my wife who was picking up medicine for me at the pharmacy, and she didn't have her license with her because when we were on the cruise, she had to use her license at one point when we were coming back to the ship, and she hasn't seen it since. So, of course, I ran up to the room, and I grabbed the passport because I thought it was stuck inside the passport, and that was what was inside of my passport. And I was so frustrated at that point, I came down and I shoved that in my friend's face.
Just for
and
no
he was
reason.
completely stunned.
He's
He doesn't
so
know why I
confused.
threw it in
Take
his
it!
face.
It was so confusing.
And then I'm looking, I'm just like, Juggy's Place.
Comes walking down the stairs. He's like, what the hell? Here, Rob, take this. This is what you wanted, right? He's like, what the hell just happened?
I just think it's hilarious, too, the things it says on there. You get 2 cold beers and 1 Cuban cigar for $2.99. You can use cleaned restrooms for free.
And down in St. Martin,
For
man, that's what
free
it's all
in St.
about.
Martin. I guess they're not all for free.
No.
You can have
I
this
didn't find any
handcrafted
ones I had to
local
pay,
rum for
though.
a nickel and $20 to use the restroom.
Yeah.
And it's on the front street in a dirty alley near the Catholic Church.
That's exactly it,
That's
which is
nice.
where most Catholic
It's
churches are
really-
nowadays.
It's really kind of crazy, man.
But speaking of Alexa, I felt bad we didn't get to
No,
use her too
I
much.
felt
so
very
you,
bad
Ask Alexa
because
about
there's
Juggy's.
something
and
that
I was
you've been
talking
wanting
to
show us.
Alexa. I did some research and I did some question and
Like
answer
you
sessions
said,
with
yeah.
Alexa.
You've been hanging out with her a lot.
And I talked to her, right, Alexa? All right. Well, anyway, Alexa.
You don't get to talk to Alexa.
It's fine. Stop, Alexa.
Yeah,
So anyway, I wanted to ask her some questions, and I did, and I found out some really interesting information. I think you guys would be very interested in hearing it. So
From
would you like
Alexa
to
you
hear
did.
it from Alexa. The stuff's very
okay.
smart. She knows a lot about you, me, and me, Rob, and you.
That's
Would
disturbing.
you like to hear some of the things she knows about us?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all
All right.
right.
All right,
Okay.
Alexa. Start Rob Hickson bio.
Oh, God.
Alexa.
Rob Hickson.
Start Rob Hickson bio.
Here's some interesting information about Rob Hickson.
Okay.
Let's start.
Oh, God.
At first glance, when meet him, you might say, wow, he's pretty short. Don't worry about that. He would agree with you. However, what he lacks in stature, he makes up for with charm and his witty personality.
Oh.
While Rob is an awesome and dedicated
sweet.
nurse, he spends most of his time thinking about and living vicariously through his best friend, Joe Haskell. Joe is Rob's best friend, and his greatest aspiration is to one day grow up to be just like him. The only time he isn't thinking about Joe, he thinking about his Nintendo Switch or talking about it on his podcast? Contrary to popular belief, Rob believes he is the brains behind the new podcast called Loosely Related. He's not, but the identity of this person will soon be revealed.
Oh,
isn't that
wow.
pretty interesting? Knows a lot about
Holy
you.
shit!
pretty
You know,
awesome.
that's pretty. It's awesome and scary at the same time.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Because it's all she
It's-
knows way too much about you.
It's really
That's pretty
amazing how much
amazing.
she actually knows about us. So now I'm gonna actually. She knows a lot
Would
about
you
you
like
too,
to
Joey.
hear it again?
No, thank you, Alexa.
At first glance, when meeting
Alexa,
you might
stop.
say,
All right.
She doesn't know.
Oh,
what it's
Alexa's
called.
making
I'm
me
so
blush.
excited.
more.
So anyway, Joey, do you want to know what she wants? She knows a lot about you too.
Yes,
She
sir.
does.
I
Of
wanna
course,
hear about
I'm not
Joey.
surprised that she does. But all right, yeah, sure. Let's hear a little bit.
All right,
I'm scared.
Alexa, start Joey bio.
Here's what I know about Joey. Let's start. Joey has a condition known as arachnophobia. He feels he owes his life to his sister. One day, at the age of around 20, he let out a deafening screech, not unlike that of a little girl, at the sight of a little spider. He was frozen with fear, and if not for his sister, who reached across him and squashed the spider with her bare hand, he would have crapped his pants and died. He likes to play tennis. He is quite good at it, except when he is getting beat down on the court by his 56-year-old father.
Oh my
He plays a
God.
mean guitar and has a pretty good singing voice.
Oh, good.
Second only in his family to his father. Contrary to what I know, Joey thinks he is the brains behind Loosely Related podcast.
Oh, shit.
A short time ago, he was overweight and felt as if he may be a
I-
member of the whale species.
I mean, I was.
The blue
Not a
whale.
little bit, I was.
In an effort to
The
make
blue
him
whale
feel
in
better,
particular.
I explained that this was simply not true,
Oh,
and that it was
damn it.
much more likely he was related to walruses.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Needless
yes.
to say, this
More-
did not have the effect I hoped for. When he was very young, Joey had red hair. Today his hair is brown, with the exception of one little red dot
Oh,
on
yeah,
the back of
yes.
his head. I think that
Wow,
Joey
she
is
knows too
neither
much.
a whale or walrus, but rather an android like Data, and the red dot is a shutdown switch, as stated
Yes.
by his huge Star Trek fan of a father.
Yeah. That's
Would
awesome.
you like to hear this fact again?
Oh, that's great.
No.
Pretty awesome.
She knows way too much.
She
I'm
knows
glad
a
that
lot.
she addressed the fact that I
Condition known as
was at one point a
arachnophobia.
member of
He
the
feels
walrus
the
family,
Yeah,
which
which is
whale
very,
species, no walrus.
very important
At
to
the age of
acknowledge
around
that.
20, he let
Alexa,
out a
stop!
deafening
Enough.
I mean, that's an important thing.
Okay,
The walruses
come
are an
back soon
endangered
for more.
species, and it was, my responsibility to do that. Yeah, I mean, Alexa knows. So recently I lost a lot. I just recently lost a lot of weight. Not that I don't talk about it too much, only all the time.
But she knew. She knew.
She knew.
this.
Well, you know what it is? I think she.
I
she-
was surprised
she
when I
cares
found this
about
out.
people. That's obviously what it is.
I was shocked when she
genuinely
found this
cares about
information out. Now, she also knows about me, so I'm gonna just
Okay.
find. Let's
I
see
think
what she
we might
knows
hear
about
more
me.
about the brains of this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, start Joe bio.
Words alone are not enough to describe Joe
Oh,
Hassett,
God.
but I'll do my best. Let's start. Joe is handsome, smart, intelligent, funny, sweet, loving, and, well, I could continue forever with flattering adjectives about Joe,
Right.
all of which would fall far short of the mark when trying to
Oh,
describe
God.
the awesomeness
Of
such
course.
a man. If you are ever lucky enough to meet Joe, you will immediately know that you are in the presence of greatness.
Oh, Jesus
He is a
Christ.
self-made man and the brains behind a new show called
Oh, there we
Loosely
go.
Related Podcast.
There we go.
If you have been
Yep.
listening to the show, you may think that at the age of 56, Joe is becoming more and more unforgetful.
Yep.
But this is quite the contrary.
Oh,
It is
okay, I
only
see.
an act intended to
Oh.
enhance the entertainment value
Well, he must
of
be
the
some
show.
actor, too.
That's a great actor,
His
man.
friend and Joey, his son, think they're lucky stars above every day. That Joe Hassett
That is
part
true.
of the human race.
That is
and
true.
So should you. Hey Alexa, would you like to change your name to Joe Hassett? Here's what I found on the internet.
Yes, I-
please. I would like that very much.
That's
That's
great.
amazing, isn't it?
That's
Thank you, Alexa. No more.
Joe is handsome.
Alexa, stop. I could
Oh,
listen to this
did
all
you
day.
play
but-
this all day?
Okay.
Well,
come
you know
back
what?
soon
I
for
tell you
more.
one thing. I definitely will never trust Alexa or anything she has to say ever again for as long as I live.
Why? Because of what she said about your wealth thing?
Oh,
She was
well,
perfectly
no,
accurate
that's
with your wealth.
no, that's completely accurate. I mean, I think it's fairly obvious that
What about Rob being
she,
short? Rob is short.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think that she definitely doesn't really understand a lot about just the human condition. Which
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I get it. I
No,
understand.
she doesn't. But she's learning. She'll learn. You'll see.
Oh my
over time.
goodness. That
it was
is
encouraging to
you know
me
what? That's
to
pretty
hear
funny.
what she had to
you know
say,
what?
you know?
Alexa did a good job, and I'm really glad that she wrote all of that herself. Clearly, she so clearly originally came up with all of that.
It was really
that was pretty amazing.
I was very surprised when that happened. You know.
Well, I'll tell you that was something that was pretty hysterical.
I'm sure you were
Did
surprised.
so,
when it
like,
actually
realistically,
worked.
how long did you take to write that?
Well, you saw me when I was making it that one night.
I did. I saw you doing
I went
something.
into the Alexa skills, and I just
That's
wrote
actually
that
what
up
he
on
did
the
on
Alexa
this
skills.
cruise. I heard.
Yeah, that was the whole.
No,
cruise,
it was before
right?
the cruise.
He
That's
didn't
why I
actually
wanted
go
so
on a cruise.
badly to have a podcast prior to my
Oh,
going.
my
So you
because
could-
I
that's
had
the
this
whole-
written
oh,
prior
my
to the
goodness.
You
cruise.
just wanted to
For
play
our
his Alexa
podcast.
spot. No,
You know?
that was a good. I enjoyed it.
It was good, man.
you.
It was good. It was pretty funny. That's the whole reason why. So he wasn't really on a cruise though. He was somewhere typing that up for 10 days.
So you can make like a
Maybe he
Wicca.
was in a clean bathroom in Dougie's place.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
I was. But you can make like a wiki Alexa.
Wicca?
Wiki
A
Alexa.
Wicca.
I thought Wiccas were a bunch of girls who smoked marijuana and listened to corny music and burn incense.
Yeah, that's
That
that's
could
pretty
be.
much. That's what I mean. That's what I do too.
That could be what
not
I'll-
because I'm a Wicca.
They're
That could
level
be-
12 mana.
That could be what Alexa does on the side instead of learning stuff, so she could answer questions correctly, and instead of me telling her what to say.
Oh my goodness. Well,
But,
listen, that is that's pretty cool. In the meantime, you were working with that. At least electronics can do all that cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one thing that we could just, Alexa could do that insane shit.
It
It's
is
way
pretty
better
neat.
than freaking most of the shit that you can get online that could do shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
for example, going back to your freaking China shit.
Okay.
You got that piece of shit Bluetooth thing that you left
Oh,
me
wait.
with here. That thing that we talked about like weeks ago on the podcast.
We talked about it, I think, in episode 1
I don't
or
even know what
2,
episode
whatever
it
it
was.
was.
It's probably
but we brought
episode
up-
2.
Yeah, it was probably episode 2, and I bought all this stuff on Facebook that you can get on Amazon. And I
Yeah.
did clarify, don't buy the stuff on Facebook. Just go look on Amazon.
Yeah, it only
for the
took
stuff.
him,
If
like,
you
3
like
times.
it, go
You
to
probably
Amazon
can't
and
even get
search
it on
it.
Amazon. I bet you can.
No, you can. I've
okay.
searched some of the things that I've seen. Anytime I see something on Facebook that I think is, wow, that looks cool,
Yeah.
I go to Amazon and I buy it.
Well, anyway, you bought that freaking Bluetooth thing, and you left me with it here. I
Yeah,
am telling
that's
you,
the
that thing,
stupidest
after
thing.
waiting weeks and weeks for it, we waited so long for that thing to come in the mail. Finally gets here. Dad goes, oh, listen, we finally got that thing in the mail, so when I'm going on vacation, you can use that to watch movies and TV. It'll be great because you're going to be bored every day. The first night I tried to set that shit up, first of all, I couldn't even connect to it because it was like I don't know if it was in Chinese. I had to basically learn how to speak Mandarin in order to be able to set it all
You
up.
probably did.
It's actually just a clever trick for you to learn new languages.
Exactly. And so I tried to set this shit up, and then I got it finally working, and then I tried to connect to it, and there was an insane input lag when you're trying to watch the video. It was like 10 minutes ahead. It was
Was
so
it really
far ahead,
that
I was
bad?
watching the sequel, and the audio was still in the previous. I was watching Far From Home.
Joe's the
before it
only
even
guy
came
who
out.
actually orders stuff off of Wish.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing with that one is like a lot of these, like the dongle I got, the actual Apple dongle that I got.
Yeah,
for
well,
my
that's
phone,
legit. That actually
it's a legit
works.
dongle that I got from Amazon.
Yeah.
I paid full price. I paid
Yeah.
that. I paid. I wanted to
Because
I
it's
wanted
made
the
by an actual company.
authentic one.
Joe's like, a $3,000 drone for $52.75. Nothing could be wrong with this.
Wow, where does it
What
come
a
from?
deal!
Oh, that's great. Where is
No.
it from? Oh, some weird Amazonian tribe? Yeah, that's fine. They know how to make drones.
Media
Yeah.
mail comes
And
like
you-
4 years later. It's made of cardboard and outdated.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
technologies.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's true. Now the Apple one obviously works beautifully. Now this one came and it didn't work anything like what you would expect it to work.
Yeah.
What was this one called? Gapple?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
It
basically.
looked cool.
Pear.
It was like
Pear.
$15 or something like that.
And this fake guy wasn't even worth $1.
And,
Oh
and,
my
and,
goodness.
and what you normally do, like with
gonna
the Apple
explode on
one,
you.
you
Yeah.
plug it into your phone, you plug it into HDMI, and it works perfectly. You don't have to do anything with Wi-Fi or any of that stuff. With the dongle, it was a wireless one. You didn't have wired. It just you plug it into the back of your TV for the USB, and then you plug the the HDMI part of it into the HDMI part of the TV, and it has like an antenna. That you would think
Did you
would be
actually
for-
write the directions for this
No.
dongle? Because that's
That's
what
what
it
it's-
sounds.
it sounds like
It
he's
sounds like
writing
he's
it,
speaking
literally.
Mandarin right now to me.
I don't know
but-
what he's speaking.
But you
He's
would
speaking
think,
some language.
You would think it would connect to
He's having a
Wi-Fi.
stroke.
Your
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, so you can play your phone through the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
But it doesn't. It connects to some
It
kind of
connects-
Chinese network. You don't even know you're connected to it.
No,
They're
yeah.
probably
They hack
downloading all your
information.
apps.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. This is the internet. I promise. Why is there a
It's
picture
probab-
of the Chinese president? Yeah, that's the internet. That's the new internet. It's a new internet. It's brand new.
It's probably sending out signals to the asphalt guys to let them know when my
Well,
asphalt.
that's what I'm
at a
saying.
certain
As soon as we
level, they
downloaded
can
that, like 5 guys showed up at my house. Hey, I heard you
Oh
wanted some
my God.
asphalt.
When I
What are you
first came
talking
up to
about?
there, I forgot to tell you guys. My brother-in-law dropped me off. I was getting off at right in the corner, and I look
Yeah.
up the road. I swear to God, I thought those asphalt guys were there. It was like
Really?
a plain white truck and two dudes in the back. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but I was like, I'm going inside.
They were probably ready. They were probably waiting for you. Oh, that's the freaking guy. They're doing an episode tonight. We can't even do it now. Now we can't do it. They're gonna hear us. They're gonna put us on blast again.
Think maybe they'll sponsor us.
Exactly. They will sponsor us. They're so desperate at this point.
Yeah, they would.
But
we
anyway,
need a sponsor. We could try to throw them.
we need a sponsor.
Yeah,
You
don't
wanna
worry
be
about
sponsored
don't
by,
worry about those asphalt guys to come to your house. They're good.
Yeah,
it's
they're
good
totally
price.
fine.
Good.
You're
Get plenty of asphalt.
Excellent products.
Actually, might
They
have
probably
some,
read like much good product.
there might be some scattered black
When
rubber.
you read the packaging, you know it's quality.
You
when
know
it
it's
says
quality.
Yeah.
Much good product.
Much
you
good
like
product.
many times.
you
much
like,
good.
You like much.
This asphalt is great.
Talk your friend. They all like asphalt.
It's crazy, man.
You get it at any local place, such as Blows or Spears.
Yeah. Well, those freaking Twizzies were freaking
Domicile Depot?
scams.
Domicile Depot.
Those freaking Twizzies that you rented in freaking Bermuda or wherever. Those were a scam, from
No,
what
they
I
weren't.
heard.
No, they weren't.
Oh,
I heard
actually,
those things
what,
were a
did they
scam.
suck or?
No, they were good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Well,
So
the
what, so they
Twizzies
were like
were.
little
What was that?
golf
Wait, so
carts or something?
what exactly were they? You
All right, the
guys went
Twizzy
there-
cars went to Bermuda, and
That was one of the stops. One of the first. Well, that was
there
the
was
first
four.
stop.
The itinerary was 4 stops. It was Bermuda, St. Martin, Puerto Rico, Labadee, which is Haiti, or
Yeah.
what do they call that island?
Haiti?
Haiti, but
Haiti.
It's, anyway, so Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, Bermuda was beautiful. We had been on the last cruise, the same itinerary, and we wanted to see more. Last time we just sort of hung close to the ship, went to a little beach nearby. You and I went on jet skis, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was actually fun.
I'm just
Jet
pulling
skis
up a
were actually
picture
awesome.
of them right now. They're kind
That
of
was
cool.
amazing.
Really?
And then
They look like the little smart car.
that's exactly what they are right there. Now, if we could actually.
Like a smart car.
Oh
show
yeah,
them
they look.
on-
Yeah, they look exactly like they look like the freaking
It
those
looks
like
like a smart car.
Renault.
If you ever-
if you've ever been to like the Jersey Shore, these like the cops at the Jersey Shore drive those around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are motorized ones. These are electric, I think.
Okay. Well, either
But
way.
but they're a lot of fun. I mean, they go pretty quick.
So what
you
was
know?
the deal with?
It was for that car. I think it was 103 or 130. It was 129.
And
it was
to rent it, just
it was
drive around the
99 for
island.
the
That's-
car,
that's-
and then
that's-
$30 for.
How big
and you
is
get
that? I
it for a
mean,
day.
give me an idea. Like, how big can you
It's
get around the
like-
whole island with this?
Oh yeah,
Like very quick.
the island is 51 miles from end to end.
Okay.
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah,
wow,
it doesn't-
And it has a
Right.
3-hour
Yeah.
charge, so you could actually literally go
3-hour
from
charge.
one end. No,
That's crazy.
and they have
a
charging
3-hour charge.
A 3-hour charge. But you can go. They have charging points all over the island, and they give you an app when you get the thing, and it shows you all the places to visit, shows you where all the charging points are. It's really cool. It's really
So how
really
many
good.
people in each one?
2. One
So
one
you
in
and-
front, one
You and your wife
behind.
and Carol and
One
John?
in front. Oh, so wait, so there's one
It's-
person behind you?
Yeah, mom sat behind.
So
me.
you don't have to
Oh,
look at your
so
spouse's face.
Funny.
Yeah.
Get
Now-
behind me right now.
Well,
Look at the
let's
back
see.
of my head for 3 hours.
Well, all right,
but she
for-
can
Where's the
actually
charging
see.
station?
Rob, there's from what I heard. Speaking of, I didn't know that she was sitting behind you. That makes that story even more
Even funnier.
freaking
All right, so
hilarious.
we're driving. I'm leading the pack. Behind me is my son and his girlfriend. Behind them, my brother.
Not
Oh,
me,
Matt
my
was
my
there.
brother.
Matt,
that
yeah,
was
my
not
other brother,
on this
my
cruise,
other
just so you
son.
know.
He was in the car behind me with his girlfriend, and my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law were in the third car.
You were in
and
you
I
had
was
a-
leading.
yeah,
Of
you
course,
had
I'm
a
driving
little-
on the left
a
side.
Twizzy
I'm holding my phone in my hand like this as I'm driving, watching, because I didn't have any place to put
Yeah.
it. So I'm holding the GP.
And let's also
watching the
clarify
app.
that in Bermuda you drive on the left
And I'm
side
on
of
the
road.
left-hand side of the road, and I
Yeah.
have mopeds passing me, and I have people running in front and cutting me off.
Just running in front.
No, that's not that bad. But as people have passed you on the right, it's really strange. And then when
Yeah.
you come up to intersections and you have to go, into the next road, you have to make sure you stay on the left side of the road, especially
Right.
if you're the first person. And you go around turnstiles,
It's
a lot of
weird
turnstiles
thing.
where
It's gotta be so
you're
weird.
going around the turnstile in the opposite direction. You
Opposite-
gotta
What are they, like,
exit.
roundabouts?
So odd.
Roundabouts, yeah.
Roundabouts, yeah.
So
Turnstile, man. What are you
Turnstile.
going through?
Well,
What are you going on to a
turnstile.
subway?
Well, I mean, technically, I drove into a mall. You're not supposed to really do that. And I
Well,
was,
when I was
Looks
in
like it.
Bermuda, I made
These
sure
things
I
are
went
tiny.
through the turnstiles underneath instead of on top.
Right, exactly. There you go.
So,
That sounds like a lot of fun.
no, it was a lot of fun.
But
But we got to
this
one
is-
part of the town, and I'm looking. We have to make a left is coming up, and I'm going through this little town, and I'm looking down at my phone to make sure, okay, the left's coming up, and unbeknownst to me, there was a speed bump right there.
A big one.
A big one.
From what I heard.
And
He
I
caught
hit
air.
the speed bump. My wife went flying up,
He
hit her head
caught
to the
air.
top
My
of the
brother-
my
brother Lily's was driving behind him. He said, "You guys caught air. You hit it doing like 30 miles an hour, and basically a
30
golf cart.
kilometers.
Basically a golf cart."
Yeah. And when
Got
my
air.
wife called me, if you ever heard my wife when she gets mad at me, she calls me every name in the book. She'll
They go flying.
she'll make you
come up with
blush.
some colorful
But she
colorful
makes
ways.
me feel like I'm a freaking
Right,
like
someone who was
this
driving
big.
like an idiot. That's what she made you feel.
Yeah, and
like.
I was trying to like watch and make
Oh
sure. I'm
my
making the
God!
right
Don't
turn.
even try to justify.
But then
it.
on top of that,
Right.
after I threw her, launched her out of the car, I like Fred Flintstone action.
She
up out of
smashed
the
her
car
head.
and back down head first. I didn't see it. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, and I went right through a stop sign.
And he ran
too.
right through a
I
stop
read,
sign.
I read a stop sign. So everyone was like behind me, like, what the hell is going on? And then when we were coming back, everything was fine. Went back great.
Yeah.
Got back to the place, and I'm like, oh, great, there's room out in front.
This
I'm coming
must be
up
what
on
his
the,
car looked
on the
like
left-hand
afterwards.
side. Yeah. So I got up to the
Oh
front of
my
the place.
goodness, that's crazy.
I got up to the front of the place. I said, oh, there's room in the front. I'll just go across the street and park in front.
Oh God.
And I go to swing across the front and realize as I'm halfway across the street, there's not enough room.
Oh my God.
And there's cars, oncoming traffic coming in the right-hand lane. And I had to swerve off the road into the outcoming from the parking lot.
Oh my God.
So then I had Hughes beeping at me. I had to swerve back into the other side to get around the the parking attendant's booth.
At no
on the
point did
left-hand
anybody
side.
make you
Holy
get out and
crap.
So
swap
luckily,
drivers?
nobody else followed.
Your
me.
wife
Someone
wasn't
else-
like, we're
everyone
swapping
else was like, I want to be
driver?
caught that
we
driving
were,
one of
we
these
were back
things.
by then. We were back from the place by then. I made it in there, but that was after some like real daredevil like stuntman
that's what I
action
heard.
on
I
two
heard
wheels
that.
in the Twizzy.
So wait, you guys just went in this Twizzy and went to different little areas?
Well, we didn't have to. When we got out, we should have got out really early. Like as soon as the shit let you off the ship, we should have got off. We should have got in a
What time
taxi
did they let
and
you
went
off?
to Hamilton to pick the things up. Because you can't rent them right there at the ship. You
Oh,
have to
okay.
go across to Hamilton to get the Twizzies at the hotel across the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we decided to take the ferry across, and we had to wait. We got up the ship, I don't know, 10, and we didn't get on the ferry until like 45 minutes later. So, and then when we got to the Twizzy place, we had to go through a whole training thing on a safety thing.
A
How to use
training
it.
thing?
Yeah, they tell you how to use
They
it,
did a
how
training
to stop
session,
it,
yeah.
like safety. Like
Make
Not
sure
to
you don't hit any
interject, but
air. Yeah.
When I went on my honeymoon, we went to, my wife and I went to Barnstable, which is like the middle of like Rhode Island.
You went to a barnyard. Yeah, that makes
exactly.
sense.
We went
yeah.
to the barn. We were like,
Yeah.
let's do this.
do this in
Save
the
some
barn.
money in the barn.
Let's do this in the
No, but
barn. Let's just
Barnstable is
stay
like in
here.
the middle of Rhode Island,
Get a
right?
refund.
Oh, it's
P-Town
Rhode
all the
Island?
way on the other side, right? Because we want to be near the ferry so we can go on Martha's Vineyard or whatever. So we go to Martha's Vineyard the one day, and I wasn't riding a motorcycle, driving a bike.
My
at
dog
this
wants
point.
to come back in. I'll be right back.
And so we go to this place and they're like, "Hey, have you ever driven because it's not a very big I don't know, it's pretty small."
I would assume, yeah. Right.
So they were like, "Have you ever driven a motorbike or whatever?" They're
yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
scooters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
There ain't no training or anything. He's like,
Really?
"You guys, I swear to God, they don't ask you. I don't even know if they asked me for a license. You
That's
got on the
insane.
motorbike, you know, a
Well,
Like a
scooter.
moped or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a moped.
Yeah.
But it's
It's like
for
one of
two
those ones you
people.
pedal and then.
No, it
Oh.
was it was legit like flatboard. It went like 25, 30 miles an hour or more or something.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that. I went on. I'm going around the friggin' block. It's like on cobblestone, like, and I do one without my wife because they were like, "Well, this idiot's obviously gonna hurt himself, so we'll hold his wife right here." And I made it around the one block. I was like, all over the place, and they were like, "All right, looks good." And they're like waiting for other people. They're like, "Don't get, all right, get on this moped." And they're like pushing you off. And I'm like,
Really?
"Oh,
Wow.
shit." My wife's feet are like tapping the floor, but after like 20 minutes, I just got used to it.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn, man.
So
that's
we
pretty crazy.
we went out to Tobacco Bay. We drove out to Tobacco Bay, which was about a half an hour.
Yeah, it's right up your
drive.
alley, Tobacco Bay. There you go.
Well, it was beautiful. It really was really beautiful place. And we were swimming around, and there was like all these coral reefs on the one side. And I just walked out to. I just walked over to them, started walking on the coral. You could see all these fish, like I've never seen anything like it.
yeah.
Keep my little card just in case you ever go to that place.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
Juggies
But
place.
you could see like fish, all different sizes, blue, different color. It was amazingly beautiful.
That does
Yeah.
sound pretty awesome.
And then we drove back, and we got back. We didn't have. I wanted to see more places, but we didn't leave ourselves enough time. So we just
Yeah,
went
of
to
course
Tobacco
not.
Bay, came back, and then
Yeah.
we got back on the ferry, went back to Bermuda, and hung around the dockyard there. We That's why I called you from the bar, the Frog and
Yep,
Pony that was
you
there, which
did.
we never saw. But it's kind of cool. That was nice. But the funny thing is, when we were at, Carol and John are very, they're nervous. They're nervous people.
Well, they like to stick to a plan.
They like
They
to
make
stick
a
to a
plan.
plan, and-
Unlike our family, when you have a plan, usually you stick to that plan. You don't usually go off of it when you're on vacation, and when there's a high probability that your cruise ship might leave without you.
Yeah. Well, we got back in
usually.
plenty of time, but the thing is, here's
Oh,
the
and
ironic
now it's
thing.
like- now, okay.
Here's the ironic thing. We got to Tobacco Bay. We parked in the parking lot, and we all left.
Yeah.
And then we were leaving. There was another guy in a car that backed into Carol and John.
Are you serious?
Backed
Really?
into him and then left.
No shit.
Hit and run.
Wow, I did not know that.
Luckily, there was no
way.
damage, but of course,
Holy
of all the
shit.
things, how ironic is it? That
Wow.
They hit the people, the ones
Backed into their Twizzy or backed into
their
them
Twizzy.
as human
In
beings?
their Twizzy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Holy
so-
shit. Well, that's great. I did not know that. That's freaking
So that was a
nuts.
lot of fun. That was the
God
Twizzies were a
damn.
lot of fun. They're definitely worth it. They're more.
Yeah.
They're
All right.
You just got to leave yourself. Make sure you get off the ship early if you do it. Get
Yeah.
out of the Twizzies quick so you get to where you want to go, because that app will bring you anywhere you want to go. It'll bring you to the beaches. It will
Yeah.
bring you to any shops. You can just tell it what you want: shops,
Yeah.
beaches, whatever, what kind of activity you want, and it will set your tour for you, and it'll bring you to those places. Just follow it.
Yeah.
Like the waypoints and stuff. So it's really kind of
Oh,
cool.
that's pretty crazy, man.
But
All right,
yeah,
well,
so that was a whole lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad you. I mean,
We
that's
took- we
some.
got-
I can't believe they didn't offer any training at all, and I like even for the moped thing too. I just like that's
Not
so
a damn
crazy
thing. They
to
were
me.
like, all right, get on, get out.
No, they trained us with.
Because like the moped thing, I feel like it makes a lot. I guess like Bermuda's trying to like cover their asses every place. Because I feel like in St. Martin, like that island, that was your second stop. There,
didn't-
you'd be like, oh, can I just like we wanted to rent with $737 for the day? It's like, yeah. Have you ever seen like any movie with an airplane? Yeah, it's the same
That's
thing.
good. You're good. Just
how
get
you
in.
do it.
Just
Like,
You
that's
plug
pretty
in and
cool. Oh, I
download
you
don't
like
like
the
drive a
Matrix.
car, you got
Like,
a steering wheel, except it's
yeah.
not circular. It's just got two little handles, and you just turn it like
It's
a
like-
steering wheel, and two little pedals. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
You'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, you
about
got it. Don't worry. It's like you have to just fly it straight. and
Yeah, well,
you're
we
good to
went
go.
on the jet ski tour.
Yeah.
We didn't get any kind of training when we went
Okay.
on
I've been
jet
on jet
ski.
skis
We
too.
went.
Yeah.
Me and you. We went on jet skis in
Oh,
Bermuda.
jet
we didn't
skis in
get.
Bermuda.
We didn't get a
Not
training.
really,
Yeah,
not
the
too
pull
much, but they
cord
do
goes
like,
that
like a
much.
10-minute thing.
If you
give or
fall
take.
off, the cord pulls right out and kills the engine.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's all they
yeah,
told
that's
us. Don't
true.
worry about if they fall off the thing. It's just
Yeah.
you're not going to go anywhere. The thing
The
will
only
die.
difference is that there's coral reef everywhere in Bermuda, so if you fall off, you probably will crack your head open and then
become-
Yeah,
end up
no.
in the
You
Bermuda
become
Triangle.
part
I
of
went
the
on-
You're going to fall into the
ecosystem.
Bermuda Triangle too, and then you wake up in like 1937.
Yeah, you
you're
don't
like,
know
oh
where
my
you're going
God,
to be.
I-
You'll be on the island of the
how am I
Lost
going to Google
Island
how to
from
get
the
home?
TV
Like
show.
what the hell?
But when we went to the one in Labadee and took the jet skis there, we went in a half hour. We were in a room for a half-hour video of all safety
Are
things,
you
the
serious? You
laws,
had to watch
everything.
a video. How great was that video? It was probably made in 1977.
It was actually kind of made entertaining, so
Oh,
you can
okay.
enjoy it. But
Yeah.
like they make it
No,
like
it's
a
good.
movie.
Let's
and they
watch
make
it again.
It was Charlie Sheen. It was from 2.5
Oh, that's
Men.
something
what it
that I
was.
have to tell you about too. I don't remember.
Charlie
remember
Sheen was there? Oh.
No, the muster drill. Not to change the subject.
Oh.
But anyway, when we did the muster drill this year,
The
remember
muster drill is what? Explain
when
what,
you get on the
explain what
ship,
that
the
is.
muster drill on the ship is
Oh, you'll
before
have to
they
gather
leave.
up.
You have a station that you're supposed to report to for
muster.
life jackets if something.
Just to
should
be
happen
clear,
the
that's
ship.
mustard, not mustard.
I
Yeah,
said
the
mustard.
drill.
I
No,
thought
you
were
said
saying
mustard.
No, I
You
said
might have
mustard.
been saying mustard, but it sounds like
But
mustard.
it sounds like mustard.
Yeah, every
it's
time I say
mustard.
mustard, people are like, what the hell are you talking about?
Why are
Yeah,
you guys
it's-
drilling with mustard?
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
means to all get together.
So it's a muster drill where
account.
you have
Yeah.
a certain place to depending on where you are on the ship, where your cabin is, whatever. You have to report to a certain place on the ship
Right.
for boarding on the lifeboats for rescue or whatever.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
what we did in the first one back in 2013.
Yeah,
We went to
right.
everyone lined up
Yeah.
by your lifeboat. Not this time. They don't do it that way anymore.
Oh, no shit.
Now you report to an area on the ship. In our case, we had to go to the schooner bar.
Okay.
And you sit there and you watch a video on the TV about it. And it's a whole, like, James Bond
Oh, really?
directed type.
Yeah, it's Ridley Scott. That's what he's
I
up
was
to.
about to
That's
say,
why you
I
can't
did
do
hear he's
Dungeons and
making-
Dragons, 'cause he's
he's
making those
doing-
freaking mustard drill videos.
He's making mustard drill videos.
And it's a safety
and
video, but
Twizzy
Yeah.
how to do it video. Or
Exactly, yeah,
How to
that's
Twizzy.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's got cinematic effect. It's completely different.
No
It's-
shit.
Yeah, it's really
So,
crazy.
okay.
Yeah, so that way when there's an actual
Yeah.
problem, nobody knows what the hell.
So
to
that's
do.
going to be the next Marvel
I
film,
watched
the
a
next
video.
Marvel
That's what do? I came
Oh
to
my
the
God,
schooner and I
Jack,
got a
what do we
drink.
do?
That's so funny.
They weren't offering drinks at the schooner, so I just went behind the bar and offered and helped myself.
That's
to
them
the
saying, "Hey,
alcohol."
how can we get our passengers even more drunk? Well, you know those safety movies, those safety demonstrations we have to do. Let's go ahead and offer shots." That's
I
something we
think
could
that's what they
do.
do. Just bring everybody to their rally points. And
This
just
way,
get
no
them
one's going to
drunk,
be able to sue us
and
that
then
they're
they
too
don't think
drunk to
about
find the way
ship
into the
sinking.
lawyer's office.
Yeah. Well, the condition that most of the people were in during that ship, during the course of that trip,
That cruise.
I don't think they would have made it to their muster points or their.
I guess and that's probably the idea.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think that would
how
have been.
realistic
What's
is
going
this?
on?
Get rid of 40% of them now.
Yeah, exactly.
That way we don't have to have enough life preservers,
Yeah,
boats,
exactly.
and stuff.
Our pools were one pool. The main pool was closed down on one occasion because
Oh
somebody
my
got too
God.
drunk and threw up in the pool, and I had to drain the pool. And
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, drain the whole pool.
They drained the pool out because
Holy
somebody threw
cow.
up in the pool on one occasion.
On one occasion.
And then on the next occasion,
somebody
two
juiced
pools
him.
were thrown up in, and
Yeah.
one was pooped in.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. Are you
stop.
serious?
Yeah.
I would never
They
go
had to
back
drain
in. I'm
those
sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with
And
oh
then
my
they
God.
drain it, and they would scrub them out. They were shut down for like the entire day while they were cleaning them
Yeah,
out.
you would think they're
Luckily,
in-ground
but
pools, right? How long would
I
that
stayed
take?
in the solarium. That ship was
That's
so crowded. I
crazy.
stayed away from the crowds. I didn't want to be around the crowds.
Well, solarium was
Most
like
of
what-
it was kids.
Yeah,
And
right.
The solarium's adults. And no
Adults
one
only, right, area?
Basically, no one under
Yeah.
16 is allowed in there. So
That's pretty awesome.
Mm.
I don't know, man. That's some rough
So
stuff
wait,
for
did
me.
they have their own pool in there?
yeah, in the solarium you have the bar. You
Okay.
have like all seats. It's really pretty in the solarium.
Throwing up in the
And it's
pool,
got like
that's
cascading pools
who's
that go
taking a
down to the
poop?
front, and it's right in the front of the ship, and
my
has a
God.
panoramic.
Everyone's going to get
panoramic
hepatitis
view.
A.
Yeah.
Enjoy your Hep A. See you later.
I knew for my hepatitis, I'm sure, because you combine all the
God.
different bodily fluids and the alcohol, and then
Yeah,
you got
well,
a couple things.
hopefully it doesn't.
Someone
you know,
picks something up on one of the islands.
Hopefully,
You never know.
I didn't swim in any of the other pools. I was only in the solarium area
Yeah.
for swimming when I swam.
Right.
The only other time I went was at night. I would meet Kristen and Matthew.
Yeah.
After midnight when they open up the hot tubs, and I go in the hot tubs with them after midnight. But,
Yeah. How was that Led Zeppelin cover band?
That
Did you
was
say they
awesome.
were going to have a Led Zeppelin cover band?
They were really, really good.
Yeah?
They played in the music hall, which is one of the bar type. It's a
Yeah.
2-level bar area. It's really cool during
Okay.
the day.
Sounds
It's
pretty
like
awesome.
it's pool hall in there, just a big bar on the top.
Well, they were just
beautiful
playing
on the
like every
bottom.
day?
They
Yeah.
played every night from 10 to
Every night they played?
10
Every
to
single night?
11:30. I
God,
think.
I don't think
Wow.
I'd want to hear regular Led Zeppelin
but
every
it-
night.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
Listen,
Just like,
an hour and a half,
listen.
but
They played the first few days, 4 days.
Yeah.
And then when we got to, I want to say Puerto Rico, maybe they left the ship. They had their final night the night before, and it was in the 270 theater, and they had the final Led Zeppelin showing that night. And
Yeah.
Kathleen and I went to that show and watched the entire show.
Oh, okay,
Now,
there
I
you
didn't
go.
see every other night. I would go there and see 2 or 3
Yeah,
songs. and then we'd
obviously,
go do
yeah,
something
we
else.
assume so.
But I sat there for the entire concert from beginning to end
Yeah.
at the 270. It was
What
just
kind of
them.
other activities do you have on a ship like that?
Well,
you could drink here, you could drink there,
Yeah,
you
that's
could drink
what's-
everywhere.
you could drink just about anywhere. You could eat just anywhere, basically.
Is it like a bunch of buffets or what?
They have two. They have. Let's see. They have basically one buffet. It's like it's a little cafe, I guess you want to call it. It's called Cafe Promenade, and they serve food
Yeah.
from 11 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the morning the next day. Then they close and they reopen at 11. So you can get anything: sandwiches there, coffee, whatever, soda,
Yeah.
drinks,
Of course, drinks.
pastries, little things. They have another place right next to that called Sorrento's. It's a pizza place. You can
Right.
create your own pizza. Or you
Yeah.
can just eat the pizza that they make, and they're
Okay.
open during the day. They have up in the solarium. They have the solarium bistro.
Bistro, yeah.
The solarium bistro, which is great because it's like a mini windjammer, which is like
that?
they serve breakfast. I don't know if they serve lunch, but I know they serve breakfast and dinner there. The windjammer is this big, huge
Well, that's the
buffet
buffet.
thing
That's
on the
the
end of the
buffet,
ship,
yeah.
and
Oh,
that's
okay.
like
Now, is that the one you want to fill up on if you're going to vomit in the pool, or where should we get your
Well, that's
food
what those
That's
guys
probably
probably
where most
did.
of the
That
people
was the
did,
plan.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a starting point. Starts there,
Mhm.
finishes up at the pool, right? And that's usually
I know I shouldn't eat anymore, but I'm going to crab one more donut in my hole.
Yeah, so I only went to the Windjammer once. I never went back again. I would never
Right.
go back to the Windjammer. It's always crowded there.
That's a crazy
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
man.
It's
You don't
always
like
crowded.
Windjammer.
Even on the Explorer, it was always crowded,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that was the one place
Yeah,
where on the
yeah.
Explorer when we went, it was
Yeah,
always
definitely.
Oh, you're like
crowded
waiting
there.
walls?
Yeah, like waiting a while, but it's just a lot of people, hard
It's
to
just
find
a lot
table.
of people
Clusters.
and finding
Yeah, I don't like
seating and
that.
stuff. There's
It's
plenty
like-
There'll
of
be
room.
people hanging on
It's
me.
like every other Golden Corral you've ever been to in your
No.
entire
Yeah,
life.
kind of like it's
just
better
like that.
quality than
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah,
it's
okay.
but it's got
It's a golden corral of this sea.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
is.
That's
Yeah, it's-
basically the best way to say it.
yeah.
I'm going to
And-
fill up here and then empty in the pool.
But now you got the Solarium Bistro, which is like that, but it's a mini version of it, and it's got like buffet food, but just like one little rack of it and coffee and juices and what you need there.
Well, what's the popular ones? Let's not go through every single one.
All right, so
let's
the
just
most
talk
popular,
about the popular
or
ones.
most. What do you want to talk about? Food, drink, what?
I don't even
Like,
know.
I just want to
Or
know what
just
the other
activity-
activities are that aren't.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
Rob just want to know the
All
activities.
right,
Yeah,
so
what kind of-
activities for? We'll start with kids. So activities for kids, you got rock climbing, which they're not like terribly difficult rock climbing.
No.
ones.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
Yeah, somehow
right now.
they fit the amount of Mount Everest on the ship. I don't know how. I mean, they're a big
You have
ship.
to climb out over the water with no preserver on.
On the back of the ship, they have something called the flow rider, which is, if you ever seen them, it's like a boogie board type
It's
of
like
thing
a
where they have a
surfing thing.
water thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you go
A
you can either
wakeboarding or whatever.
wakeboard, or you could try it standing up. They have
Wake
lessons,
pool.
all kinds of things
Right.
for that. You could pay a price to like get lessons for standing and boogie board.
I could teach you how to stand right now.
Yeah. Well,
exactly.
Oh, okay. Just
maybe you could, but then above that, right behind the flow rider, they have something called the Ripcord iFly, which is a skydiving
that was
simulator.
pretty cool. It's literally like a
I
big
did
fan.
that.
Water
Like,
just keeps blowing.
yeah, exactly.
The guy goes
exactly.
in, you go
Is
through
that
a
cool,
training
or-
thing. You go. That was cool. I enjoyed
Joe
it.
doesn't
Apparently
do
it's
anything
very
with
difficult.
training. Everything's training.
Everything is
Well,
training.
they
with
have
that.
to
He
do
likes
for
to be
safety,
trained.
but you should see. It's cool watching.
I'd be
these guys
scared,
what
man.
they do.
I took
It's fun
my
to do.
kids
I
down to
would love to learn how to do that. It
Westchester
sounds so
last
fun.
week.
Yeah, they have it down.
And they have us, and I was like,
right
why
down
ain't
by
going
the
on that crap?
Westchester.
Yeah, Ridge Valley Mall or whatever.
Yeah, where we
Oh,
went.
Hill Ridge Mill.
We went
something
there
like
to
that.
get your guitars and stuff. Maybe we bought Jimmy's
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah,
It's right near there. It's right
Yeah.
off. Right.
Oh, you guys
right-
were probably on 287 or that's where
Yeah,
all
I
the,
think so.
We
like,
went the other way.
Sam
but-
Ash and all that.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
that's
Sam
called.
Ash. We
Yeah,
went to Sam
that's
Ash.
all on there. That
Well, we
one
went,
road.
no, we went to,
I
yeah,
forget that
Guitar
road.
Center right there.
Right, Guitar Center.
You
Sam
could
Ash
see it
is
when
there.
we were
On the other side is the
by the highway kind of.
Hill Ridge. I forget which one it is. Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
It's like if you take the throughway and it's first exits off by where Costco is and that's Sue Leonard's.
So anyway, yeah. So it's just a.
Hold on, let me go on another 30 minutes of directions.
I do want to hear a little bit
Everybody
more, Rob.
buckled in.
Rob,
Yeah,
how
so
would I get
What I
there
did is I
from-
took a right when I
Took
got
a right,
off
and
the
then I saw this guy. And I stopped.
the
and needed some
prevailing
money. And I
traffic
let him.
conditions,
I
Rob?
let him wash my
I did
windshield
think I was
for
going
me.
to have to
I was
go
a little
back on the
annoyed.
throughway, but then I figured that you don't go back in the throughway. You make a left there.
All right. So anyway, let's chill out. It's going to take me a freaking days to get. Through
It's
the
already
activities
taking
on
you
this
days
shit.
to
I know.
get there.
I'm
So we
trying to
have
get
the
off the
iFly
expressway.
report.
This is why his cruise was so
We have-
long, because he kept spending the whole time.
And I didn't even get to
explaining
do half this shit because anyway. But I went there. Then they have bumper cars there. They have roller skating. They have
pretty cool.
they have trapeze lessons.
They
They'll
do have roller skating?
Yeah, they have roller skating. They have
They have
trapeze
trapeze
lessons.
lessons?
Yeah, they
That's
have
crazy.
they have an Xbox station. They have a ping pong area.
Oh,
They
I
have
love ping pong.
They have
I got genuinely
You're good at
excited
ping
right
pong,
there.
baby.
They
Remember
have
we
pool
played
I like it.
table.
It's
They
good,
have all kinds of stuff for entertainment just fun things to do. Of course, they have the pools if they're not being crapped in or thrown up
Vomited
in.
in.
You can swim in those. The hot tubs, entertainment. They had 2 different Broadway shows. They had We Will Rock You, which was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
That was
yeah,
a play
That
based
sounds
on
pretty awesome.
based on Queen, I guess, but it's based on it's based on Queen's song.
Just
Yeah,
their
no,
music,
it's
right?
based
like
on
Billy
but
Joel's
it's-
music.
it's a
Four
play based on
Seasons music.
Bohemian
They
Rhapsody.
did the Green Day Broadway, yeah.
Right.
It's a play based on
Yeah.
the song
Yeah, yeah,
Bohemian
no,
All right, we
Rhapsody.
got it.
We
Move
got it.
along.
Thanks.
And then they had the gift, which I missed, so I don't know what that was about. I wanted to see it.
What was it called?
The
The
gift?
gift. That was
Yeah,
also
you
a
did. You
play.
saw it in both of the pools.
I did. You're right, but I wasn't hoping for that gift.
Oh, okay.
And they had a bunch of comedy acts and shows, and then in there was this.
That seems like pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
Lots of
no,
different,
man.
lots of different bars. The Scooter Bar. They had the Bass and Brock. They had
Now, did you guys have drinks included in your package? or-
Yes, we bought the drink package.
So you can go to any of the bars?
We can drink as much as we want of any of the alcohol. The only thing we did find is that if you went to certain places, like if you go to, I think it's not vineyards. It's like a wine place. It's just all wines. I
Okay.
think it's vineyards.
So that
or-
wasn't included?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
No, anything under $13 was included. Anything
Oh,
over
okay.
Oh,
wasn't.
okay, there you go. All right.
Which, okay, that was all right. So we went there with Maddie. He did like a wine. Where you have more than one. What is that called?
Wine tasting?
Well, not a wine tasting, but like when you have beers and you have more than what's that called?
Like a beer garden or a wine garden?
Whatever.
Oh, my
So
Well, I'm
goodness.
telling you what they're called.
Yeah,
no,
what are you
no, it's
saying?
called
Oh,
a tour or a flight.
A flight. A flight.
Oh, okay, flight.
Tour.
A
Flight.
flight.
I know. So a flight. So
up.
he had a wine.
I'm going to open
flight.
this door on you in a minute.
He had a wine flight, and he paid for that himself. But one of those particular wine, you can really tell the difference between wines. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because we had our $13 glass of wine. He went through his 4, and one of his glasses of wine was from a $250 bottle of wine.
Oh, shit. That's probably pretty
And
good.
it would have been like a $26 glass of wine or something like that.
Let me ask you a question. Could he tell a difference before someone told him, hey, that's
No,
my
you could tell it. Believe me, you could tell.
That doesn't mean he could tell, though.
Yeah.
Believe me, you could tell the difference.
Right.
You absolutely
Well, that's like they
could
say
tell.
like about gin drinkers. Like they say like if you're a gin drinker, you know the difference between like a high quality gin and something that someone just like gargled and spit into a glass and say, "Hey, try as gin."
You have to be a good gin drinker to be able to tell that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually if you're a connoisseur, you could tell like, oh,
Yeah.
this is horse piss, and that's Bud Light. But then you're like, I don't know.
Speaking of the finer things in life, the
Yeah.
other day somebody was trying to tell me at work that they like Whoppers from Burger King better than Wendy's burgers. I was like, what are you, out of your dang mind?
Well, first of all, Big Mac blows them both out of the water.
Well,
so.
just hang with me for a minute. So then I go to the
All right.
OBGYN department thinking, like, this has to be an anomaly. Nobody would pick disgusting burger. Burger King legit makes me sick.
Makes me vomit, yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad about
So,
thank God.
dude, I can't take it. So
No.
I went in there, and, like, 6 out of 10 people I asked actually said they like the
Burgers?
Whopper better. You're like, I definitely like the Burger King better. And then the one very frugal OBGYN doc that works there, let's just say he's thrifty.
Yeah.
He's like, he was so funny. He has this funny accent. Anyway, he's just like, I like the square burger, but the Whopper does make a compelling price point. I was like, what
Compelling
the hell?
price point.
Yeah, because they'll give you like
There
20
you
for a
go.
nickel. They're
Because
disgusting.
that's what you think about when you're getting fast food. The whole reason why you're getting fast food is because you can get 47 things for like $20.
That's it.
That makes
But
sense.
even that's getting crazy now.
No, it
I
is.
bought McDonald's not that long ago, and I think we got a double cheeseburger meal, whatever the hell
Yeah.
that one is.
Yeah.
And I think it was like $8
Dude,
and
you remember when
change.
double cheeseburgers used to be on the dollar menu?
Yeah,
That
they
was
don't even
the
have a dollar
shit.
menu
That
anymore.
was the shit, man.
You look at the dollar menu, it goes, not anymore. That's
No,
what it
it's
says
because
there.
they call it the value
I haven't
menu
seen a
now.
dollar
It's the-
menu in a long time.
No, they call it the value
I'm kind
menu,
of glad,
and it's
though,
not-
because
No
it keeps
value.
me from going to McDonald's, too.
All right, so now it begs the question. I'm sorry, I know I veered off the third way on these questions.
I know,
but
yeah.
do you if out of those 3 places, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, I'm talking about overall because I think most of us would agree French fries from McDonald's,
Yes.
burgers from Wendy's. I would.
Right.
But okay, but say overall, which one would you go to?
God, that's a tough question. I think there's certain, like you said, there's certain things I like about Wendy's, and there's certain things I like about
You're not
McDonald's,
really a big
and there's
fast
certain things I like
food
about.
guy. You're
All right,
big
if I
into,
wanted to
like,
get a chicken
food, like-
sandwich, and they were both, if they were back to back to back, and I wanted a chicken sandwich, I go to Burger King.
You
Okay.
would go there.
Yeah.
Actually,
Because-
he's not the only one who said they were like the
Yeah.
original chicken sandwich. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know they had an original.
didn't
Yeah, they
even-
still
I
had
didn't
the
even
original
know they did
chicken's
that.
best. That was
Yeah.
always
I
one of
like
my
the
favorite
Wendy's
sandwiches.
chicken nuggets and stuff because they have the little bit of spice to them.
Do they?
If I wanted a double
I can't get
cheeseburger,
chicken from those places.
well, see, that's tough too because Wendy's got some good burgers. The only problem with Wendy's is every time I eat Wendy's burgers, I have to go in. I have to hibernate. for
Yeah,
like 3
literally.
You
days.
get all tired. You have a baconator and you slowly
Yeah, the
fall asleep.
baconator.
Yeah.
If I ate a baconator, it's like that's what they use in like in
You have a
Cuba when they
Baconator,
were
you
when they
fall
were
asleep.
when they were torturing the prisoners.
Yeah.
They would feed them baconators and then try to keep them awake.
Exactly.
I looked that up on
Stay
Wikipedia.
awake.
That's 100% true.
It's 100% true.
They
Hashtag
would keep
facts.
them awake.
They-
They'd put like
All right.
toothpicks in their eyes,
So
keep them
remember
awake. You know what that's
moments
like?
ago when I gave you the directions, I said,
Yeah.
overall, which one would you go to? And
Yeah.
immediately starts going,
Immediately
the chicken
starts
from
going
this, and
Yeah,
I would
well,
get this. The
I
burger.
can't say because
You
I go
have
to all
to choose
3.
just one.
If I had to choose just one, I'd say McDonald's.
All
Okay,
right,
there you
thank
go.
you.
All
What
right.
about you?
I don't even have to think about it. McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't like Wendy's really at all.
Wow,
I
what?
appreciate their burgers.
You
I
appreciate
don't
them?
hate them. I don't eat chicken from any of them. I got chicken recently from McDonald's. I vomited not too long
Oh,
ago. I don't
God.
even know why. It's my fault. Here's the thing. It's one of those things where I know it's my fault. I shoveled the food in my mouth. I was so hungry, but then I threw up. And you can't get your brain over the fact that you vomited. It doesn't matter.
So
whose
now
fault
it's
it is.
correlated, right?
Oh, it's completely always.
Now you're not
correlated.
going to air course, right?
But
It's
even
like-
McDonald's, I only get two things. I get a large fry, I get a Big Mac, and that is it. And
I
then
like Big
leave.
Macs, yeah.
That's my favorite thing on planet Earth.
Or you call one of those people to friggin' drive it to you for $25.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. For $25, I'll never use DoorDash ever again.
Dude, I see the Uber Eats is being advertised all over the McDonald's.
Oh,
now.
see, but
yeah,
all
they're
right,
like,
so
oh.
yeah, so the other day, when you guys were on the cruise, I figured, maybe I'll invite the Uber Eats guy to come watch Independence Day
Right,
with me, right?
exactly.
Okay, to come to the house, I'll say,
Have
hey,
some
listen,
Frankfurters
you
from
want to
your,
get a little bit extra stuff, and they don't offer Uber Eats. All I keep seeing every time I pull
It's
up
all over there.
all over the windows, Uber Eats, and I open up Uber Eats, and I was like, yeah, It's on the Uber Eats menu, and there's no availability though for drivers.
I heard the first.
Because no one wants to do it.
For the first one,
No,
you
because no
got.
one wanted to come hang out watch Independence Day.
It's
That's honestly what it is.
62% off your first order, so it's only costs about $30.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So-
16% off your first order, and you got to go ahead. And you have to hang out with the Uber driver for a little bit.
Like,
He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't got another job for like 30 minutes. Can I sit down? And
He's
kick
going
back?
to ask you. Actually, can you spot me like $5 for gas on the way home?
They would be appreciative of those things. Listen, I want to just revisit something.
Okay, good.
From,
You want to revisit something? I guess we're getting close to the
yeah,
end.
no,
Right?
I'm going to
Actually, we're getting
revisit
close to
something
the
real
end
quick
here.
because I thought it was important
All right,
to revisit to you.
Oh,
You
all
asked
right.
in the last episode if Paul Bunyan was a real person.
Okay, yes, I did.
And I found something that says
right,
Paul
I forgot about
Bunyan.
that. Paul Bunyan.
Was Paul Bunyan a real person?
Based on
Historians believe Paul Bunyan is based in large part on an actual lumberjack, Fabien Fournier.
Fabian
French-Canadian
Who's
timberman
also based on.
a French-Canadian timberman who moved south and got a job as a foreman of a logging crew in Michigan after the Civil War. So I just wanted to put that there. And since we've done this on every other
my
episode, I'm going to tell you that my top 3 Googles.
Oh, you got to explain.
Oh, well, first of all, we got to explain that a little bit.
All right, so if you have
all
been
right, so then
listening
I
to
guess
the
so. Let
show,
me.
we do our top 3 Google feeds every week. Mine's the
All
same.
right, let
as
me.
it's always been.
Great explanation. So anyway, so usually what we do is the past couple episodes we try to wrap everything up. We got a pretty popular segment that people seem to like. At the end of every episode, towards the end, we essentially read to you what our top suggested stories are in our Google feed. So usually, as you know, if you have a Google app on your phone, based on your search history, it always is recommending pretty interesting stories.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always that possibility of having your Google search feeds or whatever. I don't even have my phone on me right now. So
You can look it up. You want to look it up?
I guess
Will
you
it
can always
pop
pull it
up
up on
if you
your,
sign into your
here
Gmail
you go.
or your account there, which you should have.
And then what do I do? Go to Google account?
Oh, your phone's right over there, by the way.
You know what? I'm going to get up real quick. I don't mean to
I can get it for you if you like, if it's easier.
do that. I'm going to grab it. No, I got it. We're good.
All right.
So one of these right here, Joe?
So I'll go through mine again, and as Joe explained, we always go through. If you're signed in here, then you should just be able to go to your Google. Just go to Google, just regular Google, and then it should show your.
Your explanations are dynamic.
Yeah,
But I mean, we're
pretty
doing
good,
it by
man.
our phone, so I'm not 100% sure how it's going to turn up on your Google feeds.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, I'll tell you one thing. Being that we're
desktop.
already here, Dad, you probably already have yours up, I would assume.
I do.
right?
So I'm going to just say.
You go ahead. So what's
I've
your
been
first
searching.
story? Number one story recommended from Google this week.
Cruise passenger claims cabin flooded with sewage-smelling wastewater during nightmare.
Wow.
Which is my greatest fear.
Yeah.
I was fearful of that happening with me because that's happened. Remember that one ship got stranded and they
Oh,
lost
they lost
and
electricity.
That was like the worst.
Yeah.
And then my second feed, we always do our top 3. My second feed is Royal Caribbean cancels stops in Puerto Rico due to protests. And there's protests in Puerto Rico right now because the governor of Puerto Rico made some, some disparaging remarks against the homosexual community, which offended a bunch of people. And I think there's some sort of violent protest going on.
Okay.
I don't know more than that.
Okay.
And
enough.
my third one is what to know before your cruise.
Oh, okay.
So I
cool.
wonder,
What to
I
know.
wonder if you people
Don't
out
read
there
Twizzies,
know
avoid speed
what
bumps.
I search for on Google most of the time, at least recently, anyway. So
Yeah.
Do you have yours up, Joey?
I do have mine up. So another thing this week, I've been searching. Usually mine are fairly unique. I try to keep them. I'm constantly searching things, constantly, Googling shit. It's sort of a big staple of my generation. So it tends to change pretty drastically week to week. Anyway, so this week we have my number one search feed. Recommended story is Terminator Dark Fate panel, which I assume is San Diego Comic-Con as it just started.
Oh yeah,
They announced the Terminator Dark Fate Comic-Con panel announces that Edward Furlong is back as John Connor in the upcoming film. So that means Edward Furlong obviously is the guy who played the young kid version of John Connor in Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Right.
So they're saying that he's going to be back, which is very cool.
Cool, that is cool.
Oh, wow.
The second one here, I guess, is it's kind of a weird story. I'm not sure what this is, but it's the headline of the story says, we finally understand the ending of The Sopranos, which is it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh, so
pretty awesome.
Looking into that.
If
I
you're
can
familiar
imagine.
with The Sopranos, you probably know that it has a very controversial
It ended
ending
pretty
when it cut to
ambiguous.
black in the
Yeah.
middle of the
Spoiler alert.
final sentence. Well, that's not even a spoiler. That's just the ending. I'm not going to tell you what happened. They just
Yeah.
sort of cut to black.
Right.
So just be prepared for that. It's a little bit of a controversial ending. A lot of
Yeah.
people didn't like it. I don't have a problem with it because I think that it's sort of telling you something. I don't want to say what, but if you know anything about Sopranos, I think you can sort of figure out what they
Probably got
what
shot
they were
right
trying
then.
to express. But anyway, so my third story is, again, it must be all related to Comic-Con. So this one says, this is how Marvel plans to introduce Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool,
yeah.
to the Avengers.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
So that's a very cool story. I hope they introduce
One
it well.
baby leg at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much, I'm a big movie guy. So I feel like most of mine tend to follow a similar path, though. Like, as different as the stories might be, they're all kind of fall within sports, movies, or video games.
We do have I think there's a lot of similarity between ours because I had the same thing. So I'll just hit mine real quick. Huge game that came out a few weeks ago. Of course, my little Georgie is a 6-year-old. He loves this game too, but I also enjoy it. That's Super Mario Maker 2, Run, Ends, and Tears. It's a huge game out on the Nintendo Switch.
On Nintendo Switch, there we go.
But,
Alexa was right. Look at that.
But I would have died when I was younger to just make those levels yourself.
Yeah.
And this gives you all the tools that you can make actual Mario 1, 2, 3, Super Mario World. You can make the boards whatever you want them to be.
Funny.
And they give you all the assets, and it's just amazing. And they even give you a tutorial. It's so interesting. Not only how to use the assets and the tools to make what you want, but how to think like the creators to make it creatively fun for others.
Yeah.
I think we might have found a sponsor because the amount of times we speak
Switch?
about the Switch.
But you know what's crazy about it is that
the Switch has been a big. I think we promoted the Switch a lot
I
on this
freaking
thing,
love
so
it.
we
I
definitely have it. I know it's good. I'm just saying that's going to be one of our sponsors for sure. I think.
God, I hope so.
Them-
I have no problem with
them
that.
and-
I'll tell you what, I got no
them
problem
and the
with that.
Gordon's Fisherman food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. But can you imagine having to make the game that would have been
That'd be awesome.
insane
Well,
and
that's
make
funny,
it simple enough for you to do it?
I never would have thought. I don't think most people would have thought that a game like Minecraft would have ever been as big as it is.
I
People
didn't
creating
ever.
their own worlds.
right.
I used
That's
to,
huge. That was
yeah,
really huge.
It's like these
it's
world building games are enormous now. They're huge.
I mean, look how many games are similar to Minecraft. Same idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Terraria, a bunch of them are like
Even
that.
Sims to a certain degree. It's a life builder, like a life simulator kind of thing. But still, man, it's like. But anyway.
All right, so my second feed is watch Dr. Pimple Popper try to fix a bride-to-be's 10-year-old leg bump. And that's just basically about a lipoma, which looks freakishly similar to a chicken cutlet.
You get that every week so far.
Yeah.
I think I feel like
I love it.
Dr. Pimple Popper, man, that's hysterical.
It's a freaking sick. And then this is kind of reminds me of what you were saying about movie related. And you were talking, what was yours? Terminator,
it was
right?
Terminator, yeah.
So mine is another refresh movie too, and that's Top Gun Maverick original official trailer for 2020. So it says the first trailer for Top Gun Maverick is a flashback to 1986.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, yep.
Oh no
Wow.
shit. Okay, that's cool. It's a flashback, so that's cool. Thank God.
Well, now they're remaking it. It starts with a flashback.
Obviously,
it
it's
starts
gonna
with a
be-
flashback.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
so
it's
it's
a Tom
so
Cruise
it's
movie,
Top
right?
Gun Maverick official trailers Paramount.
What is he, a
Pictures.
trainer now? Is he
And
working
it's,
with Top Gun?
Oh, I have no
Scott
idea.
Adams
I honestly,
and Jerry Bruckheimer.
That's what he
films.
ended.
It is Jerry
Didn't he end in the first one as going back?
I
He's going to
haven't.
be a trainer.
I
in Top
honestly
Gun?
don't even know. I've honestly never seen Top Gun all the way through. I've never.
No, that's
I
I've seen
know,
it.
yeah.
Mom was a huge
Oh,
fan.
you got to
That's-
do
I know,
that,
I've
man.
actually never
That's
seen
the
it all
only
way
Tom
through.
Cruise movie that my wife will watch
before he got all crazy.
Yeah.
I thought I read recently that he just finally got out of that psychosis.
No way.
I was on
There's
one of
no
those.
way.
It was a tabloid thing,
Yeah,
though. So
no,
who
I don't
knows?
think so.
But he was like spills all. I was like,
That's not. I don't see that ever happen for a guy like that.
Mm.
But all right, yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it. For,
I like it. Does star Tom Cruise, Miles Teller, Jennifer Connelly.
Miles Teller's gonna be
big
in it?
Jennifer
Holy
Connelly
shit.
fan.
Wow, yeah,
John
yeah.
Hamm, he's pretty cool.
Wow.
Glenn Powell and Lewis Pullman with Ed Harris. Oh, Ed Harris.
Wow, get the heck out of here. That's
Yeah.
a great cast.
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
You know what?
cool,
Listen, man. Like, if they do a good job with it, I don't mind a reboot or a sequel. Like years and years later, if they do a good job. Like honestly, like they reboot it. You know, it didn't come out that long ago. Not really. It wasn't like it was crazy long ago. And I think the It movies are amazing.
I still
They just-
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, It Chapter 2, the trilogy for that just came out. That's supposed to be. It looks amazing.
Yeah, they come
I mean,
back. The Loser Club comes
yeah,
back
man.
together.
I mean,
yeah.
I have no problem with those movies.
I really always loved. I have a sweet spot for those like coming of age, like group kid movies.
Yeah.
And that's why like I'm not even going to start on it because I could talk another hour and a half. But Stranger
Yeah,
Things
right.
season 3 was freaking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
We'll
gonna
save that for
watch
the
it
next
again.
episode.
I'll
Yeah.
talk about it
Yeah.
another time. Still fresh, but I know some of you guys haven't been
since
into
we're just,
it.
let me just throw one little thing out. I'm
Oh,
watching a
boy, here we
show
go. Nah, I'm just
called The
kidding.
Last Czar.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, I've
right,
heard of that.
right,
I haven't-
right.
I
I
haven't
really,
seen
really
it.
I
good.
forgot about that. Yeah.
And
Is that on A&E or
It's on Netflix.
That's
And
on
Oh,
it's
it's on
Yes.
Netflix.
fascinating.
Yeah?
It's about the last Russian Tsar, Nicholas II, I think.
Okay.
And it's just fascinating. It goes back 300 years to Romanov family, I think it is.
Mm.
And now I was obsessed with Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I told you. Now I'm obsessed with the Russian.
Well, I knew you
history.
would be.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, now it's my heritage. I'm
It
Russian,
is now. Now
so-
we know that, right?
But that's not why I watched it. I was interested to find out because about World
Yeah,
War I. It's
no,
about
I mean,
how they went from a total aristocracy or whatever, and they went from this complete just monarchy thing to just completely crashing and burning.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting story how that happened and how they
cities always fall, right?
Well, you go.
Roman Empire.
If you want to see something good, it's
Greek Empire.
and it's set up like a series. It's a series.
So that's what's interesting about
but it's
it.
a doc. It's just like actors. It's like you're watching a weekly series.
It's a docu-series,
It's a
but it
docu-series,
literally
but
is-
during the series, at certain parts of it, actual historians will come on and explain. They'll give commentary about what you just.
Are you
saw.
watching it too, Joey? Or?
No.
It's really
But I walked in out of the room. It does seem like it's a pretty interesting
Really
thing. It's
good.
weird because you're watching actors act, but there's a voiceover by like a historian. It was like talking as if you were watching the Discovery Channel or something.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, that will
Okay,
break
so
it.
it sounds a little interesting.
Yeah.
Arbitrary point storing.
And it's good acting. It's not like it's stupid acting.
It's
It's
amazing.
like
No, it's
solid
like
acting.
it's
you
acting.
know?
It's like watching
Yeah.
a series, and
No,
then
it's
this all of a
legitimate.
sudden this like guy comes in and just talks about it. But
Yeah, over.
yeah. So if you get a chance, check that out. And today I think one came out that looks kind of interesting. I'm going to check it out tonight. It's called Another Life. Came out today on Netflix.
Yeah.
It looks really kind of interesting. It looks like a futuristic
Oh, you know what?
movie.
You just reminded me
and
of something too. I'm really glad you brought that up because this is again like things that we also try to sometimes mention things that kind of fly under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
This didn't really fly under the radar, but I have one of the consoles I play a lot is a lot of PlayStation. Rob, I know you have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
So right now, if you're a PlayStation Plus member, the free game of the month is a game called Detroit Become Human.
Oh yeah,
And
I wanted to check that. It's a very interesting premise.
I downloaded it, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, like in terms of the gameplay, it's very basic. It's a lot. It's it's a quick time events. It's button pushers and things like that.
Yeah, but like a
I
Hard
am
Rain
telling
and all
you,
those
yeah.
type of movies
But first
or
of all,
games.
the graphics are completely astounding. I'm telling you, it's like
I
watching
think
a
like
movie.
IGN gave it like an 8.
Yeah,
but they said
they
its
did.
reach was pretty like
Oh man, I'm
unreal,
telling
like what
you,
it was trying to attempt.
It's incredible what it does. The
but it
AI
reminds me
in
of
it
that
is
Hard
amazing.
Rain game.
But the story is so good. Like I literally found myself addictively playing it because I wanted to know how it ended.
What happened?
It was such a good
Did
story.
you get
It was
through the whole
weird.
thing?
I beat the whole game already.
How long did it take you?
It's a crazy long game. Like you get farther in, you're like, oh, this must be the final battle, the final ending, and you're like, wow, there's still like 3 more chapters left to like the game. It's a great game.
So
Highly
you
suggest
like
you
the
play
story?
it. Yeah, especially because if you have PlayStation right now, it's the free game of the month. You can download it. keep it for
That's
free.
a legitimately good proposition.
Yeah.
To their PlayStation Plus, but they
Yeah,
give you
well, Xbox
good
does the same
games.
thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have an Xbox anymore. I used to
Yeah.
have 360, but PS4, like I think it's what $50 a year.
Yeah, a year. $50
And they give you
for the year. You get that
Yeah.
free game, man. It's a great game. But
Yep.
anyway, yeah. So I mean, that's the end of our episode, pretty much. I thank you guys for coming by and
That's
listening.
your,
And
calls.
hopefully you watch us for the first time on YouTube. I hope you check this out over there. Finally got to see our beautiful faces. And we hope to see you next time. If you really like what you heard, you can go and check us out on looselyrelatedpodcast.com. You can find us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. You can also find us on Google Play Music.
Oh yeah.
And you can check us out on Twitter. And what other social media we got right now, Dad? We got
Well, you know what? We have
Facebook.
we have Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Loosely Related Podcast.
There you go.
You mentioned the Twitter.
Yep, I mentioned Twitter.
Now you can find us at LR Podcast at LR Podcast.
Podcast.
Without the D, because I tried it with the D and it didn't work. So if you're looking for
Usually
us on Twitter,
things with the D don't work. When you put the D in
yeah,
something,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't
So
work.
it's LR Podcast.
Yeah.
If
Alright,
you
well,
want to reach
listen.
us on Twitter, and if you ever stop by Juggy,
there you go.
Check out
Juggies, use
Juggies.
those clean
There you
bathrooms.
go.
And
All right.
If you're ever in St. Martin, check out
Check
the
out Juggies,
smallest
the world's smallest bar.
ever.
Loosely Related Podcast. Thanks, guys.
Latest.
Take care.